this morning the thing that I like about it. By giving that definition of greatness, it means that everybody can be great. Because everybody can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject and your verb agree to serve. You don't have to know about Plato and Aristotle to serve. You don't have to know Einstein's theory of relativity to serve. You don't have to know the second theory of thermodynamics in physics to serve. You only need a heart full of grace. Soul generated by love. You can be that servant.
Yeah, so that came up in that came up in the Super Bowl. That's what that did. Anyways, thought I'd start off with that. Also a bunch of song lyrics if you want to check them out, whatever. But anyway, let's start with some song lyrics. Well, welcome. You'll be a bright light coming out of the dark and the doctor's blinking hard. What does that mean? Your baby being born. You'll be lightning coming out of the storm. It's a message. It's a miracle. You'll do all right. You got your mother's eyes. You've got your daddy's head. Everything you need. For this hard ride, they'll be strapping you on, and the ups and downs if you can't get off. Yes, trouble we're handing off, and you've got to do better than us. It'll be all right. You've got lots of time. You got your daddy's love. Everything you want. I can feel you and what you're gonna be. You'll be stronger. You'll be smarter than me. Oh, baby, I'll say it again. You're the most incredible thing. You like reality? Sorry, this is it. It's cold and hard and badly lit, and there's no backing out of it. So forget where you've been. It'll never be that good again. And we must only look ahead. Soon you're 33 and everything you tried to be is pulled apart by fear and greed. Let young hands build you up and carve your face in honest rock. You know? Like this is just your face in a rock. The numbers of creation are on your face, guy. They're just upside down. With sunlight on your noble jaw, may young hands build you up. I'm happy that you've come along. I'm happy that you've come. I'm happy that you've come. Right? Well, baby, I'll say it again. I'll say it again. I'll say it. You're the most incredible thing. Yeah. So I love music and how it fucks with Kevin's brain. Let's keep going, because it's like, let's go with Radiohead. Where I end and you begin. I wonder if this is about bubbles or anything. There's a gap in between. There's a gap where we meet, where I end and you begin. And I'm sorry for us, the dinosaurs roam the earth, the sky turns green, where I end and you begin. I am up in the clouds, I am up in the clouds, and I can't come down. I can watch and I can't take part. Where I end and where you start. Where you left me alone. You left me alone. X will mark the place, like the parting of the waves, like a house falling in the sea. In the sea, I will eat you alive. There'll be no more lies. I will eat you alive. There'll be no more lies and all that stuff. Okay? Don't even try. Don't even try, guy. I will eat you alive. You don't have a fucking leg to stand on when it comes to truth because you don't understand the cellular nature of anything. But these guys do. Let's start with, what is it? Yeah, I think it's mess. Let's start with mess because this one's good. I just got notified that you know, I'm getting something, a vehicle I haven't seen in like 2 or 3 years, getting it repoed, apparently. But I still owe the bank 12 grand. Right? So someone's gonna claim bankruptcy. I don't think I can own a property if I claim bankruptcy. So, like, I am literally bleeding and at the bank's whim. Because I'm like the only servant here who cares about everyone else before himself, guy. I want your kids to grow up in a not retarded world. But you see the need to insult me, most of you at least, or not even choose to consider a different and correct point of view. Now go listen to your fucking cellular earth egotistical fucking maniac psychopath. Go listen to your Bible people, which are just more psychopaths in my eyes. Go listen to your flatness psychopaths. All you people think you're right when all you people have to understand that in order to be right, you need to understand like 9 or 10 points of view. 11 or 12 or 13 points of view. But you guys seem to just cling to one point of view and then fucking beat that horse until it dies. Because that's a smart thing to do. Alright, mess. There was a time when I had nothing to explain. Oh, this mess I have made. But then things got complicated. My innocence has all but faded. Oh, this mess I have made. Like maybe even, you know, you can see the mess, the mess up there, you know. All these messes I'm making so that you can live in a world where you're not retarded. And your children aren't slaves too. But yeah, give me a fucking earful of your shit, you hateful fucking fear-mongering piece of garbage filth. And I don't believe in God, really, you don't? I do, it says God. And I don't believe in God, so I can't be saved. All alone, as I've learned to be in this mess I have made. You're the only guy here. Everything and everyone else that is not you is God. You're the only guy. You're the observer. And to you, everything is God. And to me, you would be God. To me. And everything and everyone else. It's a really hard concept to understand, you fucking mind slaves. All the untested virtue, the things I said I'd never do, least of all to you. I know he's kind and true. I know that he is good to you. He'll never care for you more than I do. Now, what point of view is this? But I don't believe in love, and I can't be changed all alone as I've learned to be in this mess I have made. The same mistakes over and over again. There are rooms in this house that I don't open anymore. Dusty books of pictures on the floor that she will never see. She'll never see that part of me. I want to be for her what I could never be for you. But I don't believe in God, so I can't be saved. All alone, I've learned to be in this mess I have made. But don't change your plans. Sometimes I get the feeling that I won't be on this planet for very long. I really like it here. I'm quite attached to it. I hope I'm wrong. All I really want to say is you're the reason I want to stay. I loved you before I met you. And I met you just in time, because there was nothing left. I sat here on my suitcase in your empty new apartment until the sun went down. Then I walked back down the stairs with all my bags and drove away. You must be freaking out. All I know is I've got to be where my heart says I ought to be. It often makes no sense, in fact. I never understand these things I feel. Don't change your plans for me. I won't move to LA. You're 13. The leaves are falling back east. That's where I'm gonna stay. You have made me smile again. In fact, I might be sore from it. It's been a while. I know we've been together many times before. I'll see you on the other side. But don't change your plans for me. I won't move to LA. The leaves are falling back east. That's where I'm going to stay. All I really want to say is you're the reason I want to stay. But destiny's calling and won't hold. And when my time is up, I'm out of here. Note, please, out of space here. All I know is I gotta be where my heart says I ought to be. It often makes no sense. In fact, I have never understand these things I feel. I love you, goodbye. I love you, goodbye. You know, today we're gonna do whatever that is, the stupid picture that was up. We're gonna do the matrix now for the 11th dimension. I think I eureka'd it on the bus, but yeah, I don't like this dimension anymore. I'm gonna change to a different one or make it known. It's like, you know, your higher selves. Like, that's all I'm talking about these days is connecting with your higher self, and your higher self is you, but it's your opposite and equal. And it's in a different timeline or dimension, and they could look different, and they can do different things probably. Their genesis is different than your genesis, but we're somehow linked via the observers who knows the pets. I don't know, there's enough evidence to maybe suggest that point of view. But I think, anyways, I think that all things considered, you know, every incarnation that you come back here, when your bubble comes back into the bubble of Earth, your twin flame doesn't change. It's just another shuffling of the snow globe. You're repeating the same story over and over. Magic from the black of your big brown eyes. I knew you'd be gone as soon as you could, and I hoped you would. We could see that you weren't yourself, and the lines on your face did tell. And lines on your face, again. The lines on your face are probably the bubbles or the one-dimensional lines, like the 1x5s and 1x3s that are on your face. Where this is your left eye, and this is your right eye, and that's your nose, and that's your mouth, and all that jazz. And the lines on your face did tell it's just as well you'd never be yourself again. No kidding. Saw you last night dance by the light of the moon. Stars in your eyes, free from the life that you knew. You're the magic that holds the sky up from the ground. You're the breath that blows these so-called winds around. Keep saying like it's my maze, but someone else's subconscious. And same thing for you. Once you realize that your bubble is in my bubble, and your maze, where you're the creator, and your twin flame is the subconscious of all the creations in it. All it means is that the matrix, the mathematics of the matrix is the same, but there's an offset. Because your bubble is literally inside of my bubble, so the numbers of the two matrices are different. But the scale and what they're capable of doing remains the same. You need to start thinking that you are capable of creating a cellular energy device in the earth. That's how you connect with your higher self, guy. Trading places with an angel now. Saw you last night, danced by the light of the moon. Stars in your eyes. The stars in your eyes. Yeah, you know, the twinkle in your eyes, the looking down a pipe, a one-dimensional line to your soul, but you have two eyes. You can make a V with those pipes, and they connect at your soul, which is in your heart. Free from the life that you knew. Saw you last night, stars in your eyes, smiled in my room. Alright, so, without any further ado, let's take a look at this. Okay, so here is your matrix now. Only difference I did here, fucking crazy shit, is I've put these values here. I continued the cipher on how to get the 340 and how to get the 6436 and all these numbers. It literally spawns off to 76. See, 76, anyway, and then it's just the same repeating pattern. So you can see like there's a formula now that I'm using every time, and the numbers haven't changed. Okay, same with down here. There's your 340 formula, there's your other numbers, and the formula just doesn't change. The reason I want to do this is I'm gonna, like, I guess the only one in Earth capable of doing this. So, you know, let's fucking rock and roll Uchiku here. All right, so I don't want this anymore. Delete. There you go. Like fucking, is it bold? 9D, 9D. Right? If you have 11D, you're going to have a 12 by 12 matrix because you came from somewhere. Now that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, so it'll finish here. Like, anyway. So, let's take a look. Oh, wait a second. Not actually here. Okay, sorry. So let's go. This is your 12, right? And then this will be your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're going to go from here to here. This is our 12 by 12. Good. Now, what do you notice about this? Okay, look, in an 8-bit cell or a 9 by 9, you have a center of balance, which is an actual column. It's all about balance. And even you have a north-south and an east-west. Okay, there's your news. Now over here, you don't have that, right? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So your balance is literally going to be that one-dimensional line going through here. But let's just for a second, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just for a second decide that we're going to go quadrant. Yeah, I was capable of doing like crazy vortex math on the bus without paper or anything in my head. Yeah, because, you know, now I'm just trying to think of how best show you. Okay, so where's your middle? Here's your middle over here. Your 76 is your middle. Let's bold it and, I don't know, make it different somehow. Let's put it like blasting yellow. Okay, so here's your flower. Okay, your flower has, you know, your stem and your leaves coming off of it, and that's all generated from the line here. 5 to 1, 5 to 1. It's your heart. It's the heart field. X marks the spot. The X has a little 1 as a 3. It's like a holds the heart up or something. Anyway, so when I look at this now, and we're going to start from here. No, I think we're going to start from here. Everything's upside down, backwards, and flipped. Maybe even starting from here. I'm not sure. But the way I see it is that these cells here are going to have to equal 318 somehow. Somehow. 318. I think that's the middle. Which means that this cell's important, that cell's important. Like, they're all important. Okay? Now, it's very important that we understand what we are doing here. Okay, so this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just do copy and do paste special and values only. Okay? Let's just take that and paste it there. 110 is like a 21, or 2-1, or a 12, or a 3, really. So that kind of bodes well for a 318. Is that we've found a 3. Right? It's kind of cool. Who knows? It could even be an 8 because the tips of your 11 can just be the zero-dimensional singularities. But a zero-dimensional singularity can be like a circle. So the ones could represent your two circles, and then the 0 can represent the thing that circles it all, or it's a one-dimensional line. So it could just mean that you're trying to fuse the 8 together, the two circles of the top and bottom. It's either it's 3 or an 8, and 38 is a very big number in Freemasonry, because it's just one of those. But Freemasonry don't even say that, because Freemason doesn't make any sense. No, Sam doesn't make any sense. Why would the female in a parallel universe of 4D, they're going to 7D, why would their females take on the name of the male like we do here? It's probably the other way around. So just based on that fact alone, Shelane Amber Graves doesn't change. It never becomes Shelane Amber Meredith. And the whole concept of Mason is a lie. And any Mason that doesn't know that has always not acted in truth. And I'm very content that karma catches up with the assholes of life. I am. I hope it catches up with them. Anyways. So what I find interesting now, like absolutely 110,000% interesting, is that this is still love. That's the fifth dimensional column of love. Right. Remember over here, this is just balance. And this is just cellular evolution of the bubble of Earth. And this would be family. Only when we start talking about the 24-dimensional cell are we going to talk about you as my extended family. In this depiction, the only family to be talked about is the family of the person who has had the idea incepted into their consciousness. So that means my family. All it means is that your bubble inside my bubble, guys. It's not a big thing. It's infinite, really. So, like, if you want to have, like, words or argue with the infinite about something that you don't even comprehend, you can go talk to your own wall guy. So, what I find interesting here is that there's 3 different rows that were not used. Okay. We have 3 spaces here. 174, 174. Now, 174 magnets are needed in cellular energy heaven. Okay? You have 32 magnets per ring. You have 5 rings. That makes 160 magnets. You also have 14 axles with 14 magnets at the end to make 174 magnets. This is just again and again and again and again and over and over and over and over. But the interesting thing, don't get me wrong, about 174 is that when you reduce it, it becomes a 147, which is an 1111. Or 111, which is 3 different unique 11s. You can do first and second third, and second and third. 3 unique 11s. 11, 11, 11. Right. This is before we even plus 1s to anything. Right? Because these are all unique 1x2s. Right? So you have 3 unique 1x2s. You have 3 unique cells. And you have not only 1x3, because you can read it forward to back or back to forward. So really, you have 2. And then back to this, a 3-digit character is a 233, which is the 13th Fibonacci number seen here. All this means is it's a 6, 7, 8. You got to add 8. Okay? That's just really funny because an 8 with that would be an 11. Or an 8 plus 111, like 8 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 would be 11. But 8 plus 111 would be, come on, what will it be? Oh, just the backwards 911. It's not like that's important, right? So I'm torn as what to do next, okay? Hear me out. Now, yeah, this is either the way it goes. Either we take these columns, or these rows, sorry, these rows, and we go like here with them, and then like here with them, and then like here with them. That could be one way. We know what the value is supposed to be here, so that should be like the first step of what we do, Who knows what we get, right? I'd imagine the 174s are balanced, and the only way to balance them would be to oppose them, making this the 522. Now, I don't know if this is actually going to be a 225, and this is going to be a 471, but all these things. Now, it's interesting that 174 is a 3. It's a 111, and there's your 318. So you got a 3 here. That could be a 3. It's also, look, it's making a 1 by 3. A 1, a 1, and a 1. You are making a 1 by 3 of 1s to make a 1. So this, if we look at it as a 1, 1, 1, could be the 1. That could be the 3. That could be the 1. And that would most likely have to be an 8. What do we have here? We have a 1, 2, 2, 4, 5, 7, which is what? A 1, 4, 4, 5, 7, which is a what? Oh, what the hell? 1. It's a 1, 4, 4, 5, 7. I think I did that. I don't know, whatever. It's a 1, 5, 7, 8, which is a 1, 1, 2, 8, which is a 1, 1, 10, which is a 0, 1, 1, 1. Interesting. Whatever. How do you do this? Format, number, plain text. Right? Okay. Now, that is not an 8. Okay. Two cells literally made like a... If zero-dimensional singularities come first and you have one of them, and then the one-dimensional lines come second and you have 3 of them, you piece of shit. Makes like a 31. Right? I don't know, there's 2 cells to make... That's the thing, I don't know how to make a 318 with 4 cells, right? So if we do 3, and that's a 1, because it's like literally a 1 by 3 filled with 1s. There's no better 1 than that, right? 110. Oh, could be a 1. Hey, fuck, even the 111 over here, that could be the 3, right? 3 and a 1. So this could be the 3 and the 1. And maybe this could be the 8. Let's try that. I don't know, because it didn't work. We got to try again. So what do we have? We have a 0, 1, 1. And then we have a 2, 2, 5. And it's not going to do it because I knew it. So we have a 0, 1, 1, 4, 5, which is a 0, 1, 1, 9. Interesting. Now, the unification between a 0 and a 1, which is like a one-dimensional line, is a 0, singularity, like a 1. If you look at it from a different point of view, it's like a pipe. From a different point of view is a dot or a 0. So this is literally a 9 by 9. Like that literally looks like me, like a 9, 9. And a 9, 9 is an 18. Which coincidentally is your circled 8. Interesting. If you're going to circle, oh wow, there you go. If one of these is a 3, and one of these is a 1, and the other one's a circled 8, I think we just fucking eureka'd it. You know? So this would be, I don't know which way to read this in backwards upside down land, but let's, like, let's say they start, instead of starting from here, let's say they start from here. Okay? Like, I would have to depict this backwards. God damn it. So, like, okay. So, let's just do... I'm sorry that, I don't know, that this is not fast enough. And you might have to, like, I've never done this. I was thinking about this on the bus. Instead of me thinking about it and doing it all by myself and then, like, showing you the answers after and having, like, basically little to no anything from anyone about anything, I'd rather just derive it live. Because I can. And I don't think anyone else can. It's kind of sad. Alright, so let's get rid of this shit. Alright, so let's go with that, and then this would be your 522, let's say, depicted properly. And then this would be like your, I guess, 174, and this would be like your 471. Okay? So one of these would be the 3, I guess, right? Makes sense now that this is the 3. Makes sense that this is the 1. And now when we combine this with this, we get our circled 8. 011225. Right? So this and this combined, look at that, it makes a fucking 8 guy. Huh. Wow. Hold on a second here. I find this interesting, but, other people don't. Whatever. There you go. Okay, I'll make it really thin, but this one and this one, I'm going to make really thick. And that one, I'm going to do that. There. 318, guy. Look at that. I didn't know that when I was on the bus, but now I know that. There's your 318. Cool. I have some coffee. It's really cold from my trip this morning. I like going bankrupt. It's going to be fun. I wonder if I'm going to actually lose the farm and everything. Oh, whatever. Just pay off the stupid bank the money they stupid want for their stupid slavery, right? Fucking slaves. Okay. Now, like, that's pretty cool, right? I have to admit that that's pretty cool. Now, what does this actually mean if we used... Okay, so these guys, okay, now... Okay, your 522 means that this... would go there, right? And then your 174, like, shit, I guess that the first 174 would be on your left because everything's backwards. So, oh, okay, well, this would be your, okay, your 1, your 6, your 8, your 91. This is a very important line. It tells you about, like, all the cellular nature and stuff. 172, and then this would be your 174, which we have changed to a 1. It's a 1 made of 1s. It's a 1 by 3 made of 1s. It's a 1. Okay? It's in the new box, guy. And then this one would be this. I'd assume. Alright? Cool. And this 174 is now a 3. Because it's 3 1s. 1 1 1. Look at that, guy. Okay, so I'm gonna imagine now when we start evolving the cell, these rows are gonna, or maybe even those rows will be made with these columns. Because what are you left with? You're left with a 1 by 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe even these will come first now. Who knows, right? What I find very interesting, guy. What is that? That's the first column. That's the second column. That's the third column. That's the fourth column. That's the fifth column. That's the sixth column. That's the seventh column. Really? The same way this way with the rows. So your middle is now centered on the 76, but in a different way. Okay? You're not doing different little cells in the centermost cell. Your centermost rows and centermost columns converge on the 4 centermost cells. Very interesting, Mr. Bond. So, okay, what haven't we used from here? Okay, this is obviously very colorful and crazy. We have used all of this, okay? But we haven't used this stuff. And we haven't used this stuff. But it's been derived. Now, how many cells are here? Now, here's actually a more interesting thing. Remember when we looked at this, the 1, 1, 1, 4, 5, 6, whatever that was, maybe it's still open. There we go. I don't close anything. This shit. Okay, very interesting. It made a new way of looking at decimals for Kevin. And this is an interesting assumption, and this was just, I had to try it, and I got kind of floored of how close that is to a year. Okay? But this is a 1 by 3. This is a 1 by 3. This is your 1 by 2, your 1 by 2, your 1 by 2. It's your 2, it's your 3, it's your 32, it's your 23. It's all that crap, okay? But it's not fancy. Like, why does it only have to be here? Why can't it be anywhere else? Like, how come I can't use this 1 by 3? Because literally, what are you doing when you're fucking creating this matrix? Okay? What do you do when the 9 by 9 folds? You're going to have a 1. Okay, this whole middle column. You're going to have this start column and this end column. And look, you have a 1 by 3 and a 1 by 3 in between that shit. Because the 3 is a 1 and you have, like, it looks like there's 3, what's it called? Edges. Okay, the row will become an edge, let's say. And it'll want to, you know, make a triangle or make a chevron. If you take the 8th dimensional column and the 0th dimensional column as the top high points of a V and the 4th dimensional column as the low point of a V, but it's like a V that goes in depth and it has different rows in the Rolodex of V's. Get it? Okay? So I'm trying to like evolve the shape, okay? And I find it interesting that these are 6 by 6s, guy. They're 6 by 6s going in X and Y, but they have to be also 6 deep going in the Z direction. You're 6, 6, 6. You literally have 4, 6. What is 6 times 6? 36. You know why it's 36? Because you got 3 sixes of your 6, 6, 6. Okay? The number of a man, but really it's only a quarter of this depiction. You know? It's rather interesting, is all I have to say. So, what I thought about was this, okay, on the bus. These guys down here, you don't know what they are. These are the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, okay? The numbers would grow, but I don't know what they are, and they would look like different tallness dudes on horses. But these ones we do know, okay? Now, what I find interesting is that, look, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know? And I think it has a lot to do with this, okay? I see this making an L. You understand? I see this making a Roman numeral L, okay? This guy, okay? You know, because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. Huh. The 5 here would be in the middle, so it'd be like a 1 by 5, and a 1 by 5, and a 1 by 4. Oh yeah, I remember now what I was going to say. Yeah, if this is a 6 by 6, think about it this way. Yeah, it's a 6 by 6 is also like a 12, right? It's like a 12. But if you are to include, like, you need to, like, this has to be, you have to reverse engineer it. So you have to understand that the last numbers before, like, the big spaces, they have to be like the sticky outy bit that is needed to find these out. It's like your hint. These are like your hints of your new Sudoku, okay, everywhere. Which means that if you're going to need a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you need to understand the 1 by 6 to figure out what's supposed to go there and look at your matrix, right? So now it's a matter of maybe finding where these are, okay? Like, look, here's the 340. 340s are pretty, like, you know, there's not many of them here, right? And that's where this one is. So we went this way, okay? But what about this way? You know, this way. And what about this way? You know, who's to say that this column doesn't just come back over there? Like, you know, it the way it's been made, it looks pretty astoundingly perfect. Now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after the 340. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 takes you down to the 13th Fibonacci. So really, if I were to copy this and just paste the value, Control Z. Oh yeah, because we've already made this one and we've already made this one, and understanding the like the two ones to make the 11, you'd be going from 5 down to the 13th Fibonacci. Because we got to make a V. Wow. Isn't this just beautiful? There you go. They didn't change. Look at that. That works. Now who's to say that all this shit from the beginning wouldn't work? Okay? Really? Who's to say that now these three columns, okay, down to the 13th Fibonacci, don't move their ass over here? So you're starting to see how quickly this is evolving. Look, we understand 2143. If you haven't watched my other videos about the live stream, the live stream ones were really good. Like, they're like fucking long though. They were like hours is like, I think one was 3. That's why I was doing a lot of this math and shit. But let me just make sure. It was before I got all artsy and stuff. Yeah, it's probably these guys. And that was just yeah, there's probably these two. These two are important. If you want to watch these two, those two are all the math here, like from the blood and from the the SOS and this nonsense. You know, the really important shit. And then I had to find, like, when I got to the X and I got to the 76, we had to come up with the 2143, and I think I did that maybe in even this. I don't even know anymore. I don't even give a shit. But here we go, guys. We're deriving shit because apparently no one else can. Right? So again, here's your 2143 and your 6436. Now, you know, who's to say that we can't grab this one as well? We have the digits. Everything looks cool. There, boom. Look at that. That's not really that bad if you think about it. What we've literally done here. Now, this just looks like continuations as well. It's interesting how there's an offset. How this is a backwards offset of the starting of here. So this would just be backwards everything. Like literally, no, it doesn't work here, I would imagine. But 235, yeah, it's everything backwards, guy. That right there, you know, would be... Oh yeah, it doesn't go down this far. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3. So not to there, but like to here. Right? Copy. Interesting. Oh, why not? Everything is always interesting, guy. You know, I'm allowed to do this. I'm making assumptions. I'm making assumptions. You make an assumption, you prove yourself right or you prove yourself wrong, or you just look at the interestingness. And even if this is completely bogus and wrong, you know what? At least I'm going to learn something. More than most people will learn today. I'll tell you that much. No. Control Z, Control Z. There we go. And I guess these are just my ones. I'd say that's really good progress. The math doesn't change, okay? For cellular energy, the numbers shouldn't change, but the arrangements of them should change based on the evolution of the Roman numerals. Like, all I can see right here is a giant big Y. I see big X. I see a big heart. I see a nice flower. I see, like, a key. So many things, guy. And the only thing I see now is, okay, cool. So the 522 here, like, I mean, here's your 522, right? And it doesn't got shit after it, but you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. Now, what does this mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it like you got to make a goddamn V here? You'll go 6 in and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? But go downward now? That kind of makes sense, right? So what if this is like, again, let's just make assumptions. What if that's your 174 and that's your 174 because they got changed here? This would be your 110. This would be your L or your 50, and this would be your marvelous 13. All right, cool. Your 13. Look, I think we're doing it right. I think this is the actual derivation, guy, because look, you have a 1. That's a 1. Kind of makes like a 1 if you think about it like a diagonal 1. It's a fly speck 1. And there's your 7. And there's your 13. And there's your 110. Your 3 and your 7 and your 9. Anyway. So where are the 3s now? Here's a 3. And there's a 3. I think this one is the important one. I think this one is this one. This is the one that they talk about in the song, One is the Loneliest Number, which is so completely ass backwards to believe 1 is the loneliest number. Oh, this is not the way to think properly, guy. So what do we got here? We got 5, right? Which is interesting because this would just be a 1, an 11, an 11, and a 100, 100, and 100. Couldn't get any more beautiful than that. And you know what you seem to leave out of that? Ego. Where's the 322? Where's the 322? Where's the 322 guy? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where did our 322 go? Do we have a 322 yet? I don't think we do. We don't have a 322 guy. Really? 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 It doesn't make it interesting. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. You little skull and bones, assholes of life. So if this is the one over here, now think about it going from here. You're going 1, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's not really a 3. No, your 3s are here and here. Hmm. Give me a second, checking it out, right? We got 5 cells left in love. We got love, heart. Heart is love. Heart is love. And that's the last thing that we're, oh my God, solving for. And like a 522 is interesting. That's like your 9. And you're like 3 and you're 9 and 3, 7, 9. I don't know. Maybe this should be a 7. Do I have a 3 with 7 around it? Well, 3 and a, well, there you go. That's a 7. What's that? That's a 12. That's an 18. You gotta get to the infinite. I'm thinking that the last cell has to be an 8. You gotta get out of the infinite knot. Not from 110, like I used to say, 110 to 13. I think you gotta go back to the 8 and go down. You gotta come into the bum of the heart. You can't come at it from a side or an angle. I think you got to go up and have the knowledge come down again. Because that 8 is literally a circle with a dot. 3, all squeezed together. I want to say that that's an 8. Now, if I say that that's an 8, and that goes here, how do you get from here to here? Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But how are we getting there? Are we bringing everything with us as we get there? I don't know. Alright, so if this is our 3, let's just go with this as the 3. Why? Because it's in the first column. Like the 1D. It's not a dot, it's not a 0, it's a 1. So we gotta come from here, I think. So I'm gonna say that and the path and energy travels what if that would be it? That sums to 18. Hey, look at that, 318. I'm gonna run with it. 318. I think you have to follow the path that energy travels. It goes here, 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 here. And then you're gonna go up. So that creates a 1 by 2. You create a 1 by 3 and a 1 by 2. And that right there is another 18. 18. 18. Now you're gonna create another one with the 5 and the 1. And that's going to be equal to 6. Now from here to here, that sums to 20. And that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a 1 by 6. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a 1 by 6. And kind of interesting how one side there's an 8, and then there's a 1, 1, 1, which is like a 3 on one side and an 8 on the other side. Rather interesting. Rather interesting. And this is an 18 right here. Holy fuck. Right. So you got 1. Yeah, the 3 is your first. So this would be 2. Your 1 by 1 is your 3. Your 1 by 3 is your 2. Your 1 by 2 is your 3. Your 1 by 2 is your 4. Your 1 by 5, I'd say, would be your 5. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, fuck it. That sums to 12. It's rather interesting. Okay, and what have we found out about plants? Right here, this guy. That is actually going to become another 69. You know? Now, where is that beside a 5, 5? That makes this a 69. That is very interesting. And what else is very interesting is that a whole lot of stuff over here didn't get used. Well, no, that did get used. this didn't get used. Right? All of that didn't get used. The infinite, the nothing. Fuck, I think so. I don't know. Oh, man. Did it? I don't see any 55s. That sums to 11. Holy fuck, guys. It sums to 11,720 fucking 4, motherfucker. Holy fuck. 11,724. Wow. I'm literally 8 off. From this magical repeating 11,732 that I found 3 different ways on here. With the gold, with the pink cells, and the purple cells. And your yellow cells make an obvious 1 of 7 of 13 of 110 of 2, like 2 1 by 2s in this row, 2 1 4, I don't know, 3, fuck, who cares. Wow, guy. 11,732. Guy. All I need here, apparently, is another 8, for your 8-dimensional cell, your 8-bit cell, and it comes to the, literally, the leftover junk of the 8-bit cell, plus the number 8, is 11,732. Obviously, guy. Why would it not be? And obviously, you had to know to put a 69 there, right? Obviously, guy. Obviously. Now, you know what this makes me see now? Actually, if this is a 6, where does your middle be? Your middle would be, for your flux capacitor, would be in between your 1 of 7 of 13. It makes a 1 by 2, which is a 1, and there's your 7 and your 13, and then it could be like a 1 with a circle, which is 110. To make a Y, where the middle right here would be like your new center of the flux capacitor Y. Wow. And it'd be the center of these squares. Interesting. A 5, 2, 1. Ha! Wow. And that makes an 8. And you're 13. And an 8, 13 reminds me of what? Right here. 8, 13 is how you get into the goddamn heart. Unbelievable. There's your 8, and there's your 13. How you get into the heart? You get into the heart by understanding that this is going to make another flux capacitor. With these guys. And that's going to be your new center. And how do you get into the heart? With your 8. And you're going to your 13 because you want to go to the center. You're going to be going, look, it makes perfect sense. Look, you make a V where the center of the V is going towards the center of your 12 by 12 matrix, guy. I'm a fucking genius, and everyone else is retarded, guy. And I am done taking shit by a bunch of retarded slaves. Take the ego out of the equation. Wow. Fuck, guy. There's your 318. Like I said, it'd be in the middle, but how do you put a 318 in the middle of a 12 by 12? Like this. Now there's a whole new set of mathematics you can play with here, guy. Wow. Like, pretty hardcore. Shit. And like now there's all these things to sum. Like it sums to 65. 65 plus 1 is 66, guy. Yeah, look at that. That sums to 323, not 322. Oh, which is 322, really, if you think about it. Take the +1 and put it in the circle. Holy shit, this is heavy. 65. 62, look at that guy. That's 65. This one needs a +1 to be something interesting, and this one needs a +1 taken away from it to be something. That's fantastic. Let's go this way, and this one over here needs like 7328. Interesting. I don't know what that means. Holy shit, 474. Dog in reverse and dog forward. 474, or a god. One-dimensional line of God. A 1x2 of God, or 1x3, you know what I'm saying? Like two 1x2s of God, or two 1x2s of dog. Well, right off the bat, I know that this is fucking legit. It makes sense to not use these two rows when starting when on this side to here and going all the way down. You're going down 2 extra, guy. No, you're going more than 2 because it's a 12x12. You're going down more than 2 extra. But like, boom. Look, 13, 2. You know, because the next evolution of this, look at all the 13s, guy. 13s are important. The next evolution of this, look at all the 13s, is going to be, oh my, it's going to be the, come on. Think. Say it. Say what you're going to say. The next evolution of this matrix right here is going to be a 24-dimensional matrix where this 12x12 will need to be augmented somewhat, right? Because you need to have 13x13s. Like, sorry, if this is my bubble, and now this is my bubble expanded, to account for my 13x13, I'm going to have to do my extended family, or my X's family, guy. And that would make my 13th. And all this means is that you're, like, everyone else is the same math, but you're just in the bubble. So I don't know what this would be over here. I don't know if that would be, like, who knows, guy. Could be, like, all zeros. Like, these should be zeros, but they're written as ones to count for adding, because Excel doesn't like to understand that a zero is a one. So maybe these would be, like, I don't know, like actual ones, and maybe these ones would be zeros, or I don't know what, I don't know yet. But then you're gonna have to have another one down here, and I don't know yet, or I don't even know how this would expand. Like it must expand. Well, if it can't go all the way around, because that would make it a 14x14. Oh no, if you have no, you need two 13x13s overlapping at a seam. Will make a 12 and a 13. So yeah, you need to make a V, like the V with the line on top of it, the 5,000 here. That's what needs to be done. Once we do this, right? That'll be your 13x13, which will be 1/4 of the 24-dimensional cell. So then you're gonna have, instead of 6s here, you're gonna have 13s, guys. See what's going on? You're going from a matrix of an 8-bit cell or a 9x9 matrix where every cell is a self. It's a 1. And then you're going to go to like quadrants of 6s. And then you're going to go to quadrants of 13s because it's 1 of 7 of 13. Fuck, and then what? You're going to have 25x25s? Oh, 20. Oh, okay, so like 25x25 overlapping at the seam is a 24 plus 25 is equal to 24 plus 25, which is the 49 gates, guy. It's the 49 gates of the 50th dimensional cell. No, it'd be a 48th D. No, it'd be a 48D cell. Sorry, 49 would be a 48D. And this would be a for the 24D. And this would be for the 12D. And this would be for the 8D. There's a 9 by 9 matrix, right? It's a 9 by 9 matrix where all the cells are there. So you have 81 cells. 81 cells. 81 cells. And this would be a... Sorry. This would be a 12 by 12. There's your 6 guy. 66. There's your 17 for the Q. It all comes out of the Q. And this would be your... Really, 1, 7, 13. Or copy, paste. And this would be a... No, what, like... Hold on a second. Okay, okay, so when you're going to have a 225 by 25s, you're going to have a 49 by 49. Let's just get that out of here. You're going to have a 49 by 49. And that means that you're... Yeah, you're going to have... the fuck is it? This doesn't seem to be... There's like an odd... Like, look, you have like there's like a pattern emerging. It's like even, even, even. Right? And that's your only odd. But then you have an odd, odd. And that's your only... Like, so your evens... You know, I don't even know what I'm doing, guy. I am just really fucking good at pattern recognition. Okay. There. That's an interesting little thing going on. Okay, so what happens next is your 25 by 25 will become a quarter of a snowflake. And in order to overlap it, you're going to have a 25 overlapping with the 25, which is like a 24 and a 25, which is your 49 by 49, which is your 48-dimensional cell. However, it seems too easy. It doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem like the evolution's proper. Hell with it. You know why? Because we made it up to the Radiohead album. Okay? The Radiohead album depicts this. They already done the math for you. Okay, the insert from King of Limbs. One of 500 of those in existence. And I have one. Hey, look. How many 13s do you have? Oh, shit. I missed one. Bold. Okay, so let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? Let's just, I don't know, make it like a weird color. Right? It really sticks out. So you got a 1, and you got a 2 and a 2, and then you, like 2, 2, 2. Okay, so that's 7, but this is like a 13, so that's like 8. Huh. That could be a 13, you know? That could be a 13. So 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh. Right? So 7, 8, 9, 10. I thought I'd get 13 13s. That's 13. Oh, you know what? That's 13, guy. That's 11 13s. That's 12 13s. That's 13 13s. I want to stick to the 1 by 2s. That's 13 13s, right? 7 brown, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 13. Is there any more? No, that's a 1 by 3. That's a 1 by 3. 157 is very important in old Armageddon, right? Right here for your 13. Boom. Ah, that's a 13. That's a 13. And that's a 13. And that's a 13. So there's 4 more 13s. Technically, that's a 13, I guess. Fuck it. 4 more 13s. That's the only 5 more 13s. That's 18 13s now. Eighteen 13s. 31. It is, you know. Interesting. Interesting. I don't think I see any more. This is, yeah. Wow. Unexpected to find this shit. 18 13s is a 31, which is 13 backwards. So I think we're complete here. Wow. Just like over here in this 9 by 9 matrix, how many ones are in the M that are normally just ones? Look, we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You have 13 individual ones to make the M. Over here you have 18 individual 13s to make a 31 or a 13. This feels like the 1 of 7 of 13 here. Let's zoom in a little and I'll... You know, the 1 of 7 of 13 here, if it is indeed like the bottom 69 that pops out of nowhere, very cool. Okay. Obviously it'll pop out over here as well. 18 13s, guy? Holy fuck, guy. Wow. Equals 24 read backwards is a 42. The answer to everything, right? That's crazy, amazaballs, interesting. So then these ones would all be, again, shit. This and these 4 and these 2 would be like little, grouped, right? And I'd imagine that for balance to be achieved down here, I think it would be maybe different. I think it would be backwards. You know, why would it be the same everywhere? It doesn't seem balanced. So over here, I would literally think that these... Well, I shouldn't highlight that one, but this one, these, and these, and this one, and these should all be... There you go. So these 2 down here would be also highlighted, I guess. What the shit? Oh, it's down here. Sorry. Okay, what does this sum to? 3944. Cool numbers. 1054. 21. 86. 86. 8 and 6, guy. 21. KJ. There, KJ needs 8 vertices and 6 faces to work together to destroy the Freemasons and the false paradigm that you see with your 4 dots and 4 lines of your vision. 1054 would be... I don't know, man. Yeah, fucking sad. This is fucking sad to be this fucking smart and to be so fucking stunted with actual reality. This is fucking sad. That's fucking sad. What a fucking joke this place is, filled with a bunch of fucking retards. Ah, I'm sure you don't like that. Like this is 1 to 7 to 13 of 110 because that would be a 1 and that would be a O and that would be an O, but you have to understand that an O is a 1, so that's really a 1, 1, O for 110. It's also a 1 because it's a 1 by 2. It's crazy how it shows up in every quadrant, guy, I think. So here's your 1 to 7 of 13 of 110. Here's your 1 to 7 of 13 of 120 of 2143. Where is it here? 1 to 7 of 1310 of 2143. It's not in this one. Perfect. Ah, well, what's probably in this? No, there's no 55. The only 55 I have is from the Fibonacci here. And then there's like this 55, and there's like this 55 here. But you can see I significantly reduced the amounts of 55s in this one, whereas I thought that, there should be a lot, but I can't believe that this actually equals, wow, 11,724. It's part of an 8-bit cell. If you add 8 to that, it's 11,732. That omnibus number that I think relates to how much fucking power my cellular energy device will drive. You have people that are just fucking, literally sick, sad people. Just continuously talking about bullshit all the time. And infecting this fucking cell of Earth with lies. All the time. All the time, guy. All the time. They take pride in what they do. I'm... It's not their fault, Kevin. They know not what they do. But when you point it out to them repeatedly, and they still do what they do, they like to claim ignorance. And I've had it up to here with ignorance. Anyway. Hey, let's do this. Let's check out what all of the boxes sum to. Because, that should be interesting, right? That's what I think. But we don't think the same. 59.29. Or 92.95. Interesting. Or like a 911.95. It's almost a 96. 59. 59 is interesting. 59 minutes. 59 seconds, guy, before it flips over. You never actually see the 60. And 2.9. 2.9 just could be a 9 by 9 matrix. An 81 cell. Nope. 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 Okay? In this 12 by 12 11-dimensional matrix, if you highlight all of your flux capacitor cells, it sums to 5929. Now, bolded 5929 is very important. Shit, it just escaped me. Why? Why? Ugh. Fuck. Yes, it's Watchman code. You gotta read it backwards, guy. But you gotta read it as a 59 and a 29. But you gotta understand that it's just ugh, an 11. You don't reverse the 59 cells of the 1 by 2. We're talking 1 by 2s because 1 by 2s are the basis of this whole look of your flux capacitor here. You have a 1 by 2, okay? Like in certain aspects, in certain middles, okay? The created, the bottom of the Y, okay? If this is the top of the Y and that's the other top of the Y and this is your middle and then the bottom of the Y, the one that gets created, okay? You don't mess with the two cells. The 559 doesn't get reversed, the 29 doesn't get reversed, but in one sense, the two 1 by 2s get flipped. And if you start reducing it, it's very interesting. Okay? 11:59, yeah, 1 minute to midnight, okay? Till like Armageddon blows up in your face. What else is this? This is 11:14. And that's again back to visual light. Because the frequency in which we view light is going to evolve, I think the range of frequencies will change when our bubble connects with at least two other bubbles, guy. Our eyes are going to change. Visual light's going to change. There's not going to be meteors destroying the earth. There's not going to be anything bad. There's not going to be tsunamis. There's not going to be floods. I think what's going to literally happen is there's going to be other places like Earth that are not Earth or old Earth that are going to be massive continents in the Pacific Ocean somewhere that'll just going to appear because the Earth is eternal, guy. The Earth is a cellular energy device. Okay? And when it gets to actually make cellular energy, but wirelessly or not wirelessly, whatever the fuck it is, I think the Schumann resonance is now electrified, maybe even changes, and maybe that's the 11,732. But I think that like energy will be like wired. We're gonna be wired, ready to go, guy. Yeah, I was thinking about as smart as like Adrian Veidt or whatever, or fucking Dr. Manhattan at this point. I'm probably the only person that talks about a 9 by 9 matrix or an 8-bit cell, but all you guys know about the matrix, right? But you don't know about the numbers that are in the matrix that are in every creation of man, because the people that use this information, the Anglos of life, because Mason doesn't make any sense. It's ALG. And it's not no, it's probably on. I like Gollum. I like referring to those people as golems of life, guy. Maybe the circle that goes around it is the second L in Gollum. But yeah, you're definitely getting fucked over, slave. And you choose with your time and energy, most of you, some of you, to literally harass Kevin. The fucking person that's gonna bring you out of bondage of life. Really? That's kind of an asshole-ish thing to do, if I do say so myself. This is a beautiful proof, guy. Fucking love it, guy. Anyway. Yep. There are 18 13s here. Like a 31. Like a 13 backwards. Anyway, that was on the fly. I didn't actually have a fucking clue that this was going to happen. But yeah, I had to do this because I got a phone call and it made me angry that I'm getting like the vehicle that I've been paying for. But apparently the vehicle that I have been paying for like 2 or 3 years that I haven't even seen in like at least 2 or 3 years, I missed a few payments on. So they're going to take it, which is fine. But apparently I'm not going to have the thing, but the money that was borrowed for buying the thing I haven't seen in years, like I still owe the bank, obviously. So I'm going to owe them $12,000 and literally have absolutely nothing to show for it. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, do you think I'm worried about my credit score? No. Only a retarded slave of the earth would be worried about their credit score. Yeah. Hey, 6 people watching this. Look at this. Big fucking deal, right? You know, I only showed you the coolest thing that you probably will ever see in quite some time. And that just fucking happened. I decoded my higher self's matrix. You have to understand that. This is the matrix that my higher self and that your higher self would have to figure out. In a more complicated reality of 4D going to 7D. Look at that. Doesn't that look fucking balanced, eh? Kind of goes like a 4, and then it skips 2, and does another 4. It's like a backwards and forwards 42. You know the answer to everything? A fucking joke. Doing this, for me, is a fucking joke. That's how easy this is. And all I want to do is team up with actual professionals to build a fucking device that'll change the world and wake you out of your fucking slumber, you slaves. You're fucking slaves. Hey, look, when you break it in the middle, look, you got a 1 and a 4 now. Hey, look, a 14 and a 14. Look at that. It's like a hand of God with a thumb and fucking 4 fingers, you slaves. But you got 2 of them. Wow. Hey? Sorry, I did it wrong. Here. If we don't account for the dimensions of consciousness you're coming from, these could be your 4 fingers, and that's your thumb on one hand, and this is your thumb and your 4 fingers on the other hand, because the hand of God, like these people are going to have the same shape, size, look as us. Okay? Just like they're going to be different, guy, just like the North Americans are different than the Asians that are different than like the fucking, who knows, all the tribes of the fucking world. I can't believe racism still exists. What are you guys gonna do when another fucking landmass shows up, or another 2 giant landmasses show up, or another fucking 4 giant landmasses show up? A bunch of fucking islands with all different peoples. They might look different. They may be different shade of color. It's fucking sad. I'm angry because of how sad you make me. Fucking slaves! It's not all of you. This is for the fucking haters of life that choose to make my life more fucking complicated than it fucking needs to be. Yeah, truth fucking hurts, doesn't it? So you can go listen to your musics, okay? You can go look at your newspapers, okay? You can go watch your movies, okay? You can decode all the license plates you want to in the world, okay? Whatever you need to do to convince yourself that you don't know a goddamn fucking thing about reality. That in all of this, the only thing you've ever been trained on is the N+4 concept of the truth. Out of these 13 cells, you know maybe 1. Maybe you know of 2. Maybe you know of 3. Maybe you know of 4. Wow. You live in a fucking battery. Period. End of story. You live in a cellular energy device that someone else made. Or that I made. And I'm the fucking devil. I don't give a fuck. We're up to catch up with our higher selves. All of us, together. And the only way to do that is together. All of us. And you want to keep wasting my goddamn fucking time? Go right ahead. But remember that you're wasting everyone else's fucking time too. Wow. Holy fuck, guy. You know, what do we got to do now? Oh, okay. Okay, so this one, done. Alright, this one, no, done. Oh, okay. How about that one? I don't know. Fucking done, but not by me, and I didn't fully understand it, I guess, because I haven't really gone through it all, but there it is. There's that one. There, done. There you go. There's your 25 by 25, where every quadrant's a 13 by 13. Thanks, Radiohead. And you even color-coded it and everything. And then they're like, little M's and shit, because M's are important, because, M is like, only like a 13 and stuff, and it's not like, there are M's everywhere. Like, thankfully. Look, now we got that 2-3 pattern again. Just like up here. A 2-3 pattern. Wow. This is my shocked face. What is this? Like, equals. What's 8 plus 11 plus 24? Of course it is, guy. Of course it's the 34 backwards. Of course it is. Fucking, like, I just... 20. Half of 40. Really? That's a 63. Really? Or is it a 36, guy? Yeah, I think that's a 36, really. If you do it backwards, and if you only knew the power of 3, 6, and 9, guy. Or if that's 0 to 1, it's actually a 4, 6. Your 4, 6 split. Because if that's 0 to 1, you're reading it backwards. The 3 plus the 1 would be a 4. I'll just put in the front here, and then your 4 and your 2. Because you're 42, right? You need your 42, and your 3 is 1. Holy fuck. Yeah, really. Yeah, really. That's actually what's happening here. Look at that beautifulness. Look, your 3 is the 1 code, and your 42 the answer to everything code. All comes down to your 4, 6. And you got to know that in between is balance and 5. Because 3 makes 4 when you make an L. Makes 5 if you were to, add these 2 and these 3 with the 8D inclusive to both. Makes 6. Because 3 makes 4 makes 5 makes 6. But then you got to know that you circled it. So that makes 7. And that's the whole point of this. 3 makes 4, makes 5, makes 6, makes 7. Really? 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 Armageddon consciousness. Really? 3 makes 4, makes 5, makes 6, makes 7. Really? Wow. 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 Is all I can say right now. So I'm gonna be done. I don't know what group. I don't know what that means. Hello, people. I guess. Caught me on a bad day. I don't have a group. There's no group for this. It's a group of slaves that are in the earth that are just retarded. There's that group. Okay, so like, wow, guy, wow, guy. Like, this shit's important. Fucking right it is. Or, 3 makes 4 makes 5 makes 6 makes 7. I'm not gonna write it, but you guys said it. And this shit over here is like, wow. Whatever. Because you don't understand this, pretend that none of this is true. Okay? Because you have not taken the time to understand this, and this, then this is all just jabberwocky, okay? If that makes you feel good about the first 116 lines of the Bible. Where you gotta understand the first 56 lines of the Bible to understand what the fuck it is going on here? Really. In order to create the 9 by 9 matrix seen here, you need to understand the first 56 lines of 116 lines of 126 lines of the page total. Where's my 126? I know it's going to be somewhere. I know I can smell it. I don't know where it is. Well, it's a 127, and that 127 is kind of like a 126 circled, which would mean the page. And since I don't want to spend a lot of time on that, and since I don't see any other twos, really, that's what I'm going to say. Okay? You know, you got to use the fours. 56 divided by 126. You got to use the fours, guy. You know? Wow. I'm going to put this here. Where is it? File. Share. Get shareable link. Link copied to clipboard. Here. Here you go, guys. There. Put it right in there. Hopefully they're being saved. Good. If we are in a battery, I fucks how your president, I don't know what that means. To build a battery! What the fuck? That! But for real, not out of 1980s constructs. Okay? I need a lot of magnets. Oh, what is the number again? What's the number of magnets I need? I know all this shit. I can't fucking remember it right now. How many magnets is it? Oh god, how many magnets is it? Oh, it's over here on these shitty pieces of paper. What's my end goal? I don't know, to free you from slavery? Holy fuck, people. Because no one else is doing fuck all constructive about that. Oh, I don't remember anymore, but it's like these things. It's like 3,000. Oh, what is this? Okay, that would be your faces. That would be your vertices. That would be your heaven. Oh yeah, then there's plus that. Oh yeah, it's 3,000. Yeah, it's 38. Fuck, 38 something. 3858, I think. 3858. 1 second. It's 3,074. 3074 plus 784. Yeah, 3858. I need 3,858 magnets. Okay? So I need 3,858 magnets. And there are 4 different sizes. And I have all the numbers about them. So that right there is about 12 grand. It's about $11,732. Now, I also need a 3D printer, and I need a guy that needs to know how to use the 3D printer, okay? I need someone who's capable of modeling 3D images, because here's the engineering challenge for the world. How do you pierce a container holding liquid 14 times in the center of all 6 faces of the cube and on all 8 vertices? How do you pierce it with axles and not let the water drip out? Quite simply, you have an icosahedron. You're going to have all your magnets in heaven and all that shit. Your 160 fixed magnets, and then all your axles will be coming in with a magnet on the end. That'll be 174 magnets. And all that shit's going to be underwater, guy. And the idea is that when the wheels are turning, the axle's spinning, there's going to be a bomb, like a little, when it's rotating, you know, to create an eddy current. And the faster you make this thing rotate, the more it's going to push the water away from the axles, which means the more likely it'll be to create what is called like a fucking the vortex in the water, eddy current. I don't want to say wormhole, a Pirates of the Caribbean, suck the ship down, whatever that thing is called. If you move it away from the center, it won't likely drip out. Now, it will drip out at the beginning. The dripping at the beginning, perfectly fine, because it'll be caught by the dodecahedron. The dodecahedron has a pentagon at the bottom. The pentagon at the bottom has 5 corners. Now, those 5 corners, you're going to have to recess them and literally mold with 3D printing like 5 reservoirs or 5 testicles. And you're also going to have to mold like the, where did I see that star? It was up It was in one of my videos I saw. It was in this one. It was in the Game of Thrones bullshit. What's my fucking goal? Wow. You guys don't get it, guy. Like, people don't get it, or they're too new. What's my goal? End slavery. Make everyone understand the truth. I don't know. Wireless energy for everyone, for the planet. I don't know. Maybe like saving 2 other worlds at the same time. Connecting with your higher self for everyone, so everyone can experience that. Yeah, this is going to be the bottom. You know, just so happens if you want to see what this is, you can just have to put in any Game of Thrones DVD, and at the end credits, you're going to see this, and this is what it is. You got to think of this as your 5 reservoirs, where these are going to be like straws going from like the middle of the reservoirs up to the top or something, back to the top of the container. Now the container needs to be filled 6/7 with water. Now I imagine that you lose 1/7 of the water before the wheels start turning fast enough, okay? It's called a magnetic flywheel. You're going to have 14 of them running. And it's a lot more complicated than when I showed up on here, okay? What I showed up on here has just one wheel on the face, on XYZ faces, because I don't have enough constructs. But you're going to have, on your faces, you're not going to have just one wheel. You're going to have like 1, 2, 3. But on your vertices, because they're smaller, you're going to have more wheels to make similar power. And I believe you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all on the same axle. So there's solenoids, 36 solenoids for every wheel. Okay, each one of the 5 or the 3 wheels are going to have their own sets of solenoids that you're going to hit a button, I guess, and they're all going to move into the magnetic vortex zone. Okay, and that's what's going to induce the rotation. And you need a wobble and you need resistance, which is why you need water. And there are countless fucking examples of why the fish and the fishbowl and all these things are very synchronous with your 5 platonic solids, and how you use the sacred geometry of the octahedron, because that's going to be the black. You're trying to contain a black hole. If you can think of a better way to contain a black hole, I'm all fucking ears, guy. But I'm pretty sure if you have axles on your 6 faces and your 8 vertices twirling like a motherfucker underwater, it'll create all these little bubbles, and all these little bubbles and bubbles and bubbles, like all your little fucking electrons and all your electron shells and everything are all going to go together and converge at the middle of this battery, where eventually those lines of division between bubbles will start popping, and it'll make a big bubble. Make a big, nice bubble. You gotta think of it this way. When you die, your bubble leaves the big bubble and then goes for a spin around the energy, fucking eddy current vortex or whatever. Even maybe falls through and goes to the reservoir. Has to be sublimated. Come down as precipitation on the flat part. That's 1/7 air. And then, like Dr. Manhattan did, he had to reassemble himself. He had to reassemble his bubble when inside the water. And then when that was done, you can re-enter the big-ass bubble of the earth. That's how I sees it. And by knowing that you're in a bubble, if you create another black hole in your bubble, the volume of your bubble should get bigger. But I think that you need to connect with your higher self, and they're connecting with their higher self, and I think there's a 3 is the 1 Trinity thing happening. That's why the mathematics of the 9 quadrant of the UN map works for a landing zone for all these new places. And if you take our Earth, I think it's the moon. The moon is a circular map. Okay? It has dark spots and has light spots. I think that whatever, dark or light, I don't know which ones are continents, I don't know which ones are water. I think they're going to have, whatever landmass it is, it's going to come, like in Revelation 16, the first vial is cast down. That's the moon, because the moon was, the beasts were created last. That was the last luminary created. The moon, or Nibiru, will be cast down upon the earth, which means that we're going to have more fucking landmass here. In the in-between places where the water is now. And they're going to bring their own marine life. They're going to bring their own fowl life. They're going to bring their own cattle and insects and all some forms of life and all forms of technology and all forms of everything, guy. That's literally what I think. And if you start watching Game of Thrones and start thinking about the characters and who they are and who could potentially be their higher self in the flesh, okay, they're not making it easy for us. They like to depict the truth in plain sight, but they like to hide it. And you have to decode it. And I'm not decoding everything in life. I'm an engineer. I'm a physics engineer. I'm a smart motherfucker. But I'm angry at life and I don't want to work for some asshole motherfucking Anglo make-believe wannabe fucking Mason. Okay? Using the fucking telecom standards that are based on the fucking table of creation. Do you think it not makes my mind go nuts when I see what I'm doing as my hobby and my work? As standards of telecommunication that the world uses. Really. Masons don't exist. Really. No, they don't, because they're Anglos, guy. They're Logans. No, Sam doesn't make any fucking sense. Hmm. And I've seen all the signs and symbols I needed to fucking get here. Get this far, guy. And it is based around what? My family. As far as I can tell. There are too many coincidences to make it not, like, when enough coincidences happen, you can't even think of them as coincidences anymore. And that is pretty much what I think the definition of having faith is. Which a lot of you sorry sons of bitches don't have in anyone or anything anymore. Because of the religions of this planet have conditioned and beat it out of you. It's not like it's something unexpected that happened. No, it was made to happen that way. They don't want you to have faith. They want you to know that what they're trying to have you put your faith in is a lie. They want you to have no faith, guy. They hate us. They hate you. They hate me. They hate our families. They hate us. The people that know this, the fucking secret society people, they hate us. All equally. All they care about is how long can they keep the deception going. This is the definition of the great deception. Now, if you think that you're going to decode the Bible and come up with the truth based on your Bible decoding from the fucking Torah in Hebrew, it was pretty hard to do in English, and all I needed was the first page of the Bible. Now, if you want to think of the most complicated way of doing something, then by all means, go right ahead and do that. Right? You know, the thing I like just the thing that I love seeing all the time is literally this. You know? Okay? There you go. Here? I'm gonna leave you with this. Okay? Literally. Okay? You are slowing us down and pissing off me. I'm just blah. Blah. Sorry. I'm sorry. I had a bad day. I had a bad day, and I have a lot of questions, and people ask me retarded questions all the time, and I'm just like, take the time. It's worth it to look at the material. There's a lot of material, guy. Like, I've literally created a course on cellular mathematics. Like, there's so much content right now and so many different stages of my, like, fucking pissed offness that it's literally an entertaining course. It'd at least take you a month to go through if you actually went through it properly to literally envision what I know. But either you think this is all the fucking ramblings of a madman, or you believe that today, on the bus, I figured it out. But I didn't know I figured it out, because I had to sit down and actually do it. And why not do it live? In this reality, being smart and educated is a negative. In this reality, nice guys finish last, with no exceptions. Fuck, I think I know how to do it. I think I know how to do it. I think I know how to fix the matrix to fit it into the next iteration. I know how to include you now. Look, guy, what are these Y's? Look, we made a Y, right? We made a big fucking Y. We made a big fucking X. We made a big fucking Z with the top row of all the ones, and then the stairway to heaven. And then the bottom row, and it's backwards Z. It's your XYZ, right? Well, we have all these half sideways Y's. Here's your Y. Here's your Y. Here's your Y the other way. Here's the Y the other way. What's needed? A map of the reciprocal on top of this to make an X, 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 X. Let's turn these Y's into X's. I think that would create a two of these, two 11Ds, guy. Two 11Ds, like, you know, the master number, 11D, 11. Two 11s. 22, the ultra master number. Really. I wonder why it's called that. And if you have an X here, and an X here, and an X here, and an X here, that's a 40. That's Jesus in base 5. Not too sure how that would equate to a 1 by 13 next to a 1 by 13. Maybe if you take the same map, but like literally mirror it and flipping it, like taking a map where you have a 6D on this side and a 5D on this side and overlaying it and then summing everything and then just putting the sum here and then summing everything and putting the sum here. I think that'd be a pretty good fucking depiction of duality. And that to me would look like a 22-dimensional cell. Maybe like +1 +1 for a 24-dimensional cell. And hey, look at that. That's the next thing we need to do. Savvy? Fucking right. Let's just fucking do it. Why not? Like, literally, why not? Insert one left. This is why I don't like not using Excel. Alright, so let's just take all of this shit. Because, like, why not, right? And do copy. And go here. And go paste. Woohoo! Look at that. Look at all that yellow. Excellent. Oh, God. Give me a one left. Control Z. The hell is this? What the hell? I want insert one right. Yes, not left. The other left, which is right. Alright, so I'm going to take all this because it's distracting. We're going to do it right now, and you can leave, you know, just adding shit. So, like, literally, if I were to do the reverse of this, right, I would literally, okay, here. Yeah, okay. That's cool. Alright, so I don't think there's a way of me to do this easily, so I'm just going to go copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. That seems to be half of it. Whoa. It's just, hold on. I'm just a little stunned at what the heck is going on here. Okay. And then, yeah, this one, or paste. Does that work? Just before I finish doing all this? No. Because this and this would be here and here, and that doesn't make it backwards. So, fuck, I gotta do it again. So this needs to go here. No, doesn't that mean that just all this can go here? Yes, it does. Ooh. And here, yeah, all this can just go here. It just means I gotta switch the places. Oh, it's way easier than I thought. Now, you put one of those around. Yeah, because now you have here and here, and you have here and here. So that make an X. Okay. Now, okay. Equals the sum of this. Actually, is equal to this plus this, right? And I should be able to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it makes sense. 100, 100, 100. Okay. You and you are messing things up. Alright, so now that should just literally, yeah. Shop smart, shop us smart equals the sum of all this shit. 522 guy! As if, as if, as if, as if, as if, as if. It means an O in Jewish gematria, guy. As if. What is this? Who's pinging? I'm just no pinging, but that's just wild. There you go. That should be the sums, right? Wow. And now over here, I'll do equals the sum of all this shit. 196, a circled 96 guy. Of course, it won't be a 69, like an 069. It's got to be a 196. Of course. Wow. Look at that. And then what is this? This is how many cells? 169 cells, guy. It's 13 times 6. 13 is 169 cells. And the average is like... Anyway. Yeah, like the average is about 124,000. Maybe that's what one of these would cost. Look, there you go. So this is a 13 by 13 cell. Look at that. Wow. Now if it's a 13 by 13 cell, that means that you'd have a middle. And your middle would be unique. And I believe this is your middle. Let me just... I'm going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And now your 6 by 6s, they don't have crazy middles that need to be shared by 4 to make a 318. Now look at the center guy out of all this shit. That's just... wow. Like, this 2 is equal to A, like, this one plus this one. Look how beautiful that is, guy. Huh. Fuck, I can see like a 3.14. Like 1, 5. 522 is 9. Like this is a circled 11, which is a 1 by 2, which is like a 1. So 3.1415 That's pi. 3.1522 here, the 2 part. 4. This would be a 1 by 2 circled. So 1, 5, 9. 3.14159. There you go. This just repeats. This is this. Which makes sense. They're all repeating. It's all the same. Everywhere. Huh. Yeah. All this shit too. Wow. What does this mean? It's not the same. It's offset, but it's very interesting, Mr. Bond. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, very interesting. This is the only different, obviously, because these were computed differently. Actually, no, they're not the same. I'm gonna die. Oh, yeah, yeah, no, this is the same, that's the same. Yeah, that's all the same shit. I don't even know what to even make of that guy. It just kind of seems like the left and the right hand are more or less the same now, but your maybe your balance isn't like this. Like that's the thing. I don't know what happens after like what is the radio like this is getting into Radiohead shit. What do they have in their 13 by 13? Oh, okay, let's just follow their grid because they already did it, right? Okay, so they said that this one is going to be a red. Yeah, okay, let's just do this instead. Okay, this one's the red. And let's go with actual red. Okay, red and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up and over. This one's red. Ugh. And okay, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and this one are going to be yellow. So let's make it like a dark yellow. Ugh. Let's make it like a brown. Okay, yellow. Alright, this one here. Oh, hold on a second. Let's just do one of these and more color. Bold. This one here is going to be orange, and so is this one. Orange. Fuck it. Alright, that probably makes more sense. Let's bold it. So you're red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're red. You're red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you're orange. Okay, so those two are red. I apologize. You can leave. I don't really know what to say. And 1, 2, 3, and then that one, and then 1, 2, 3, and then that one. These are going to be orange. And this one, this one, this one, this one, this one are going to be yellow. Eh. Interesting. And now this one's going to be red. Hmm. What's my goal in this? Wow. Just for... Woo. Never mind. Don't do that. Don't do that. Alright, so that would be that. Yeah, it just looks funny because that's perfect and that's perfect. Okay, it just looks funny because they're not actually squared. Okay, now you and you and you are going to be like some kind of like dark brown. Ugh. Yeah, it's the darkest. And that one's going to be a yellow. And these two are going to be yellow. And these two are going to be yellow. No, I'm going to do it. It's bothering me. Ugh. Arr. Yeah, that looks more interesting. Okay. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, okay. This one is also going to be red. What the hell? Did I do this right? Okay, wait. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in a row. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, it's just bigger than I think. Fuck, I'm retarded. Oh yeah, and then this would be red. Ugh. Yeah. And there is only, okay, so this would be like the source of everything. Okay, like this would be where we're coming from. And this one would be an orange then. An orange. Okay, so if this is the source, right? These would be solids. Sorry, this, and this would be your solids or your Pluto. This would be your liquids or Neptune. This would be your gases, Uranus. And see how you're centered on here? How it makes the 49 gates? Because how many cells? So right here, that's 15 cells, right? That's 1/4 though. So 15 times 4 is going to be 60. Am I right? Yeah, there's 15 cells counted here. Oh no, you can't count the middle one twice. Okay, so this is the middle and this is the middle. So what you're going to have actually now is like 3 on, so you're going to have 3 on top. So plus 1, 2, 3, and then all the way to here plus 1, 2, 3. And these cells here would be your 49 gates centered around your central point in the middle, right? And you go over here and, or 29. What the fuck, 29? How am I doing this wrong? It's the Titans. It's a 7 times. It's a 7 times 7. Okay, this is the middle, so you should have middle plus these 3 and plus these 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So it literally should be all of this. 29. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, maybe 29 that have things in them. Yeah, that's your 49 gates, guy. Everything comes from here. You know, duality, guy. Because we've figured out duality, maybe. Anyways, this right here is Radiohead. That's what Radiohead has on. Look at it. It looks like a Neptune trident, guy. Looks like a Neptune trident coming on an angle. Wow, that looks familiar, right? It looks like a Neptune trident coming on an angle. Really. Like this purple Neptune trident not coming on an angle. Really? 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 You're 8. You're 8. See, I don't know what these numbers like. The numbers that color coded here mean which record is what. So I think like there's an A B C D, and the label on the vinyl itself will either be brown, red, yellow, or orange, depicting 1, 2, 3, or 4, or an A, B, C, or D, or a capital A, capital B, capital C, capital D. But yeah, this is pretty cool, guy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you have 169 cells. This number is 196. There's your 522. There's your 522 in line with balance. There's your 2 here. There's your 2 here. It's like you spawn off a new, like you got a bunch of 2s. Like, it's kind of very interesting how everything's repeated everywhere. If I don't say so myself. Anyway, I don't know what happened there. That's that. Yeah, Manderbolt. Yeah, so it's okay. Maybe I'm. Whoa. Okay, cool. Guys are talking. I like that. This is a place for you to talk. Um. So yeah. Coincidence of jargon. Sure. Um. Yeah. So Austin is just probably the name of, I think, my higher self in some sort of reality. I don't know if it's in the N+1 or N+2. I don't know. Name of my son. Lots of the jargon and synchronicity of my life, but yeah, same, but not. I did it first. It's my bubble. You're in my bubble now. Yeah, guy. But this is cool. Yeah, it's for all of us. Guy, Drake. Drake. No one cares, guy. No one cares about the truth. They'd rather pretend that the Bible's the truth, or they'd rather, like, whatever they're looking at is the only truth, and no one cares to ever look at numbers and math. It's math. It's actually on your face, guy. It's like this is your face. There you go. There you go. There's your face. Do you see the face? Do you see the face from a certain Star Wars movie? I found my father, Austin, who looks like Darth Vader. I don't know if it's like a good, like if you see the Darth Vader, but this is the one of 7 of 13 of 110. You know, God and man are reversed and upside down and flipped. But when you upside down it, my right would be God's right, because that's the right hand of God, where the earth is. So my right, like we're not, so we've only upside downed it. We gotta like backwards it and flip it, I guess. But like, that's one eye. That like it's the exact. It's your nose. It's your mouth. It's the little lines that go here. It's everything. This is your face. This is your face. It's the lines of creation are built into your face. That's just plain and simple. I don't want you to be here, cat. Yeah, I know. Meow. Fuck. Yeah, well, no, I don't think we gotta go forward unless everyone gets it. Yep, I like it. I like it. We are fucked. Yeah, religious figures are, religious figures are just personifications of ideas to explain. No, it's called MK Ultra mind control, and they like to like, prey on stupid weak people. Okay, they're the same person, guy. You are duality. You are duality. Ah, Sphinx. I can't believe that guy. Like, what is that? SPHIN Sphinx number or something? Sphinx number. I don't. What is this bullshit? What is it called? Sphinx number. 3 primes. You know? What is it called? Sphinxian? Sphinxian. Oh. The fuck is this? Want to thank Ted? Or TF? What is this? What is this nonsense? This is garbage. What is it called? Ah, Sphinx. The math. Multiply 3 prime numbers. The fuck? The fuck is it called? Reading, remembering stupid words that I don't want to fucking remember. This is it. Give me the fucking name. What is it? What's the name? SPH. Ugh. Yeah, there's no one. Anyway, whatever. Whatever. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, everyone has a higher self, and that's what time travel is. If you're able to communicate with your higher self, and this is the end goal, guy. Okay? Now that you know the truth about what you live, now there's some people out there in the truth community that think it doesn't matter what the shape of the earth is. Tell that to Kevin and cellular energy devices. Cellular energy devices have the concept that if you're in the room looking at it, it looks like a planet, like a ball. Now, in the reservoir that's 6/7 filled with water, the air portion, when you're looking down on a circular reservoir, would look like a UN logo flat Earth map. Wow, look at that. Flat Earth perspective. But if you actually know that you're living on the inside walls of the bubble, inside, where the black hole is being contained under the water in a vacuum, because light can bend in air and water, and you are Jesus because you're walking on water, bitch! And we're all the devil, obviously. You come to realize that all these stories are bullshit, and your religions know this. The highest people of these religions, they were created by the assholes of life to mind slave you and enslave you and take your money and have the goy of life argue and cause division, right? Because there's all these religions all over the world, so we gotta cause division and we gotta cause war. How many fucking people have been murdered over a book? And you think that I'm not, well, wow. I don't think that that line of thinking is very bright, in fact. But anyway, no, it's just bullshit. Yeah, it's like the most complicated way to understanding cellular energy. If you want to read the entire Bible, go fucking nuts. Once you have a proper point of view, which is derived from the first 56 lines of that fucking Bible, maybe you'll have a fucking understanding of what it actually fucking says. Do not talk about the Bible with Kevin. Unless you're coming from a point of view of a cellular nature. Using cellular mathematics. Fuck, whatever it was. I read fucking whatever, Psalms, whatever, 18 or something, and it was very synchronistic. As long as you understand the first page of the Bible, which apparently no one does except Kevin and a few other people who are starting to learn. You know, if you want to learn the hardest way possible about cellular energy, let's decode the Torah in Hebrew. Because I'm pretty sure at the end of the day, everything that's in there has everything to do with cellular nature of the energy and cellular energy of the device. It's the fucking plan of ET is a fucking, like, literally instruction manual on top of an 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 instruction manual. You need to know how to look at it. But if you want to do it the dumbest way possible because it's easier for you, then sure, let's do that, right? Let's waste more time. Sorry, I just don't like Bible people. Anyways. So, it's cool. You are. No, your higher self probably fucking told you to come here. You understand that, right? Your higher self probably met up with, like, other people's higher selves, because what happens when you're in a battery? When you're in a battery, okay, all the souls get mixed up, okay? No, it's not to say that, like, think about it. If I am making a cellular energy device, my higher self, whether it's Sheila and Amber Graves or Austin Lee Meredith, in an M+1 reality or an M+2 reality, I don't think they're together. I think they're the same person. A feminine higher self and a masculine higher self for myself, because it would go male in the flesh, female in the flesh, male in the flesh. I live in M+2, Sheila lives in M+1, Austin lives in N. And someone is about to turn on a fucking cellular energy device. Whoever's in the oldest age would probably have the most sped up time, because who made who? And 1,000 days upon the earth is just a single day, or 1,000 years upon the earth is one day in heaven. Whatever. There's a, you know. So you got to think of it that way. Maybe Austin is literally waiting for it to turn on to create that, to contain the black hole. And once you contain the black hole, I think what happens is there's like a fucking toroidal or fucking spherical mind blast explosion, and the people and the souls that are hit by that mind blast first are, I think, the people that are waking up first, which I think is why I'm waking up first, which means that you could be in the building living in your higher self okay, could be in the same building as my higher self who's making this. Could be on the same street, could be in the same town. But when you think about that all the souls are connected via the higher selves and everything, and via the different realms of reality, points of view of the device. It's all it is. A realm of reality is a different point of view of the device. You think you live on a ball. You're on N plus 4 reality. Okay? When in fact, you're on the inside walls of the bubble. But you could think about being on a flat plane in a dish, but you can also see the moon, which is like the icosahedron hole and the dodecahedron hole that go out into the room or the place where the device is built. So that's like a planet. You're on a table, right? You got four corners of the earth. Okay, it's just a matter of thinking cellularly and thinking all these different things. But anyway, I think that the more a dream within a dream, okay? The souls in the earth that could be physically close in the N reality, but in the N plus 1 reality, they'll be scattered. And then in the N plus 2 reality, they'll be even doubly scattered. And I think that we're waking up in all different areas of the world because, like, literally, we're, like, close to each other somewhere else. Does that make sense? And I think that the more that our higher selves interact with each other after the mind blast explosion that just went off and caused everyone on Earth to shit their pants, people are going to start talking. And I think that that's where the spark is originating from. It's coming from our higher selves reality. But you as the observer here in like the lower self need to realize that your higher self does exist. There is a mathematics for their matrix, which is different than ours, but synchronistic to the same thing about creation of cellular energy. You have to understand that to speed up time is don't think of your higher self like literally putting the battery on, or like maybe like the N higher self. Everyone just shit their pants. Okay, the whole entire world just shit their pants. Everything just shit their pants. And let's just say the shit turned to gold. So like all the Candida albicans are in you, the virus that's in you, that's controlling you to not be an actual human, but to be more of an asshole than anything. They all that old bacteria, all that old yeast just got flushed from you, just like the X-Files. The black goo just fucking got out of you. And I think while it's sitting there withering, like think about Dogma, the shit demon, okay? Like you could be a big, fat, obese motherfucker who doesn't give a shit about yourself, and because of that, you got a fuck ton of bad yeast inside you, and you might shit out like 80 pounds. And when that turns to gold, wouldn't that make you the richest guy in the fucking shithouse, guy? Do you think money's gonna be any, like, whatever, it's not gonna be worth anything. I think it poisons the soul. I think it poisons us, guy. The white gold and the yellow gold. Okay, there. Like, what's the finger? What's the vein? Vein on the ring finger. Yeah, the vein of love. Vena amoris. Okay, look. In Latin, meaning literally, vein of love. Traditional belief established that this vein ran directly from the fourth finger of the left hand to the heart. I think that. Is it counting a thumb? Like, where's the picture? I think it's your ring finger. Anyway. The theory has been cited in Western culture when the engagement ring or the wedding ring is placed on the fourth finger or the ring finger. This traditional belief is factually inaccurate as all the fingers in the hand have similar vein structure. Oh, okay, but whatever. You know, yeah, it has like, oh my god, 3, 2, oh. 13th Fibonacci. Anyone? Backwards. So I think that like the yellow gold probably like feeds your Candida albicans with some kind of ego or greed. And I think white gold intensifies it by a 1-to-3 ratio. And I think that silver is actually a medicine for your heart. And how many people, have you ever heard of someone mounting a diamond on the silver wedding band? I don't think it even exists. I don't think they'll even do it for you. What does that tell me about religion? About the people that are unifying two people? They knowingly are watching you put on these gold rings onto your ring finger, knowingly, and they know that your Candida or whatever the virus inside you is going to love this, meaning that your life is gonna go to shit. Fuck, things change when we get married, guy. People don't seem to be who they were. I think that's the reason. Now, ask me again, how much do you think I respect the Bible, Christianity in general, or anyone who is a part of that faith, who preaches it, who's part of the cloth? I have zero respect for them. Because in my mind, they knowingly and willingly sabotage your future with the people you love. Why am I angry? Because I'm the only person that sees this. I'm surrounded by fucking Mortys, but in fact they're all just a bunch of stupid Kevins. Because this is my cell. There's an inception program happening in Earth. Okay? That's why all the math from the Matrix is in all the music and it's in all the movies. It's all in all the stories of eternity. You were being hammered the fuck with creation code all the time. And they're looking for the one that's gonna like put it all together, and I think that's where I come in. Okay? Not only is my life probably the worst life that it's ever been so far in my life, like it's not getting better, guys, it's getting worse. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get a lot worse. Everything that I've worked for in my entire life, I'm gonna watch slip through my fingers. That's my future. And all I want to do is create a better world for your children. And all I get from the observers of this is absolute trash. I choose to serve. Like Martin Luther King said at the beginning, I choose to serve all the gods in my reality. Because I'm the only guy in the universe. Just like you're the only guy in your universe. We live in a galaxy that we share. And I believe that sacrifice is just, the end justifies the means or whatever. The means justify the end. The end justifies the means. Whatever. Reading. Okay. It's the worthy, noble sacrifice I'm doing. So that your children aren't slaves when they grow up and live in a world of abundance with who knows what future. Like we're going to be explorers, guys. This is going to be an exploratory journey. I don't think any of your electronics are going to work because the lenses and the refresh rate that they're currently built with aren't going to evolve because the only thing that changes are your eyes. And if the light fucking frequency changes, do you think a 60 hertz refresh rate on your monitor, do you think you're going to be able to see that once your eyes change? Do you think cameras are going to be able to fucking accurately depict what they see? It's going to be like a funhouse mirror. They're not going to know shit. We're just going to have a bunch of fucking garbage everywhere we can't get rid of that we've created. We have plastics and shit. Things we used to enslave the minds by, they're little like fucking monoliths in your house that are like basically sucking you into the program of fucking slavery. Guy, you're a slave. You're a slave. Everyone you've known is a slave. Everyone you've ever known, everyone that's ever lived is a slave. I can prove it. Okay, the mathematics I just did is the literal matrix of our higher selves reality. I don't know which one. I think that would be the n plus 1, I guess. I haven't done the n, because the n would be a fucking 25 by 25 retardedness. Made of 4 of those 13s. It just sounds like it goes in the fucking repeating 42 pattern, like a Madrigal set in and out of the plane, guy. Just macro and micro, and how fucking deep do you have to go before you convince yourself, okay? So, I don't like fucking religions. I don't like the asshole fucking preachers. Alexander the Great, guy. Alexandra the Great. Oh my god, 13th Fibonacci. Jesus Christ. They're just words. Okay, let's just do it the dumbest way possible, right? So, I don't know, I kind of went off. I don't care about that. It was funny to me. But, there's more than just putting your name in gematria and then thinking that you're the fucking Lion of the Tribe of Judah. Stephen James Dyson. Fucking moron of life. That's an example of how not to use gematria. I'm gonna say it again and again and again, because that man is a fucking lunatic. Maybe. I don't know. I think that this might be the double, two away. But yeah, what is Austin? Okay, it's autism. Autism, Austin. Really. You must find your higher self, meaning that if there's like, okay, so this is the deal. This is what I already said last time. Okay, if Austin is my n higher self and I'm the n plus 2 lower self and n plus 1 higher self, one hop away instead of two hops away from me would be Sheila and Amber Graves. I know the names of both my higher selves. Cool, great. You know, you have 5 chakras that are outside your flesh. Really, is that 5 broken into a 3 and a 2? So, I'm the baseline. Literally. I'm the baseline because my name, Nivik Konaj, well, when it's the other way, it makes a 1 in Jewish gematria. It doesn't make it in simple. It doesn't make it in English. It makes it in Jewish. It makes it 3 away. You know, 1's a 3, 3's a 1, all that shit. So, literally, if I'm the baseline of this matrix, numerically, you know, Kevin, Janok, or Yannick, I don't care what you say. Like I keep saying, that's my bubble. You are inside of my bubble. Now, that means that your bubble will have to be smaller than my bubble, which means there's an offset. And the only thing you can change in a cellular energy device is the scale. Meaning that I think if you find that offset, there's got to be a numerical offset. I don't know, maybe it's based on your name. Maybe it's based on a simple reduction of the letters in your first, last, middle name. I don't know, guy, but you got to start looking for an offset. And if you can find an offset, which will be less than 1, you know, like the fucking, whatever it's called, fucking shit I found yesterday, the chi-squared fucking retardedness, that was clearly a lot to do with the middle of this, from a certain point of view. Maybe if you multiplied every cell in the matrix by that offset, which is less than 1, you'll find your name here, or I don't know, okay? Or the name of your higher self, okay? I found Austin Lee Meredith like here. I haven't really looked at Sheila Amber Graves. I don't want to. I just don't want to. I don't need to prove it to myself anymore, and I don't want to play with you, cat. Yeah, I know. Fucking meow. Right, and if Austin Lee Meredith is the creator of the battery, and they've known this for like, you know, a long time, like imagine, like for 2,000 years, somehow they know that Austin Lee Meredith is the creator of our cellular energy battery. But you just don't know whose higher self it is. Maybe it took 2,140 years, 43 years, back in time, which would take us to 125 BC. You know, maybe they knew this at 125 BC. But they know that they have that many years to enslave the world before the Earth has that slavery expiration date, and we just have to evolve because of it. I'm just making up stories, guy. I don't fucking know. But if this is the Earth, and the last one of 5-dimensional Earth is 2143, and, you know, 2018 minus that's 125, and 125 is like a 1225, which is like the birthday of your Jesus. Isn't that just coincidental? So, we gotta wake up. Yes, I think mine will be. Will our higher self be really so gracious that we found them? Think about it. If my higher self is Austin Lee Meredith and Sheila Amber Graves, and I want to create a battery, they must want to create a battery. And what did I say? When 3 1 bubbles meet to make 1 3 bubble, every bubble needs its own energy device running, and they all have to be the same. It's like, you know, like the fucking Gungans in fucking the Phantom Menace with the thing that force fields them from the fucking droid army. They connect together. I don't know if they had a triangle or a square, but they had a bunch of nodes, probably had a square, like a 42, and that all kind of connected to make the new bubble of a force field. I think that's what it is. I think that by turning one of these on, what happens is it's in the air tonight, you know, the electricity in the air. I think that it only happens when there's a trinity of them together. And all of these asshole motherfuckers of life, the Masons, the Anglos, the Logans of life, they know this shit. They know how to make this, but because they're making it after they gain personally from the knowledge of, because knowledge is power, okay? Obviously, they've made a lot of money. They're all in the top of their little fucking gay-ass homo fag group for a reason, and they all have fucking slaves doing all their cooking and cleaning for them, and they're like in vacation mode. Apparently, their time's worth more than our time, okay? Apparently. And everyone's cool with that. Fuck them. Okay, CEO of fucking Sienna, Gary Smith, fucking suck my balls, you piece of shit. Fuck. Fucking hate that guy. Wow. Fucking douche. And every other CEO that Nortel had. Fucking Mike Z. Wow. Man, if I could like double facepalm both of you at the same time with my fucking flux capacitor Y of energy, fucking throw you both into another dimension, I fucking swear. Anyways, I don't know. Anyways, and I think what happens, okay, again, if what happens is our eyes change and the frequency of the visual light spectrum changes when my cellular energy device is turned on. Meaning that I will catch up to the timeline of my higher selves. Okay? Maybe like Austin Lee Meredith started here. He's here. The machine's like on almost in his reality. Sheila Amber Meredith started here, or Graves started here. She's like here. You know, maybe she's going to the store right now, not doing anything about energy right now. But if I can catch up with her to the eventuality of constructing, you know, starting at the bottom for Kevin, and actually constructing the L energy device to actually turn it on in the proper order and way of turning it on, that I think is going to happen. I think that synchronistically, all three of them will be at the same time, turning it all on at the same time. And then voila, boom, paf. Everyone's like, boom, new shit in the Pacific, new people, fucking light change. No one can see anything on TV anymore. You're going to have a bunch of black monoliths like this, just doing nothing and like fucking garbage. And then everyone's going to wonder what happened. Wouldn't it be good to be prepared for that? And everyone's going to be shitting their pants. And it might turn to gold. Because how everything still turns to gold. Okay? And when I think of gold, I think of it like all like, you know, like gnarly from the earth. It would look like shit. Really, it wouldn't be smooth or anything. But, yeah, and then from that point, you're bringing up other continents, guy, that are inhabited by people, I'd imagine. So not only am I bringing up my higher self, I've been bringing up all of y'all's higher self. And maybe all of y'all's higher selves are smarter than you are. And maybe they know who you are already, and they'll come find you. And then together, the two of them and you will become a trinity. The Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. To create a Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit just means the black hole, guy. That's why I hate religion. That's why I really hate religion. All holy, holy, holy. It's containing a black hole in a battery. Period. Everything anyone has ever said about holiness, I just cannot express the rage well enough to show off my proper pissed offness. Okay? No one gets it. But if all these people came up, you think you'd go over there and kill the North Americans? What if, like, see, the way the Earth evolved, I think that North America came from nowhere, but it's like the oldest place, it's the oldest bubble, but the newest, because it's the new land, and it always happens to the west. Okay? The Atlantic, the fucking Europe and everything. Where did it happen? Where was the new land? Fucking west. Where's it going to happen the next time? Pacific. Where's the Pacific in terms of a new two-dimensional map that we look at all the time? To the west of North America. It's always to the west. And I think the Pacific Ocean is the landing place. And I think that literally this is the next iteration in the 1 of 7 of 13 of 110 of 2143 that finally we're going to get like smart people. Like imagine this. Imagine when whatever consciousness happened that was required to happen to like materialize the new world. Both halves of duality, maybe North and South America at the same time. It's kind of funny to me that Australia is a slave colony for Britain, and the other side of the world for people that live in like England is Australia. Huh. I wonder what the math was to manifest that reality. Imagine that there are people on Australia. Maybe there are people in North America. Imagine there's people in South America. Imagine if you were to think that these people were actually other people's higher selves from the old world, of your old world. And then what did we do? What did they do on the Mayflower? The Masons of life? The Freemason? No, they're Anglo slaves. Anglo slaves is a better description than Freemason. Trust me. So the Anglo slaves took a bunch of boats over there and just mass genocided everything. And then used the numbers of creation to create cities. They used the math of creation on where and how the cities are going to be connected with the roads. And the names of these territories and everything is all based on this. The whole North America is based on creation. It's built on creation code by a bunch of fucking Anglo slaves. Because knowledge is power. They just know shit that you don't know. Ancient shit. They know about higher selves. They know about this shit. Maybe they sought them out. I don't know. Fuck. Who knows? There's got to be another lesson to learn once we have energy, okay? Because it gives you the capability to, let's say, farm and go back to square one, go back to basics, but with the most ease. Like, technology has allowed us to farm easier. More stuff, less people. Right? Self-sufficient, refrigerators are good, right? In terms of food not spoiling. And freezers are good. And all of the technology we have is good. But imagine if all you had to do was, acquire said technology, cut the cord off, turn it on, and it would work. Turn it off, it would stop working. Forever. You want to keep raping the earth for fossil fuels? To pollute the earth? You think these people are going to let you pollute their bubbles with our emissions from our ass backwards fucking, we're slaves? The slave masters are trying to get us to kill the earth because they think when the alien comes, they're going to kill us because we're the cancer. No, they're the cancer. The cancers are the controllers that trick the goy to rape and pillage and fuck the earth up. I think the people that are coming are going to be advanced, more advanced than us. It's going to be the first time I think that the tables have been flipped. I think it's like a pole flip, okay? I think that the northern hemisphere is going to be like the southern hemisphere, and the southern hemisphere is going to be the northern hemisphere. I think it's literally going to pole flip or some pole change or whatever. Who fucking knows? I don't know. Maybe like a tripole, because literally, what are we talking about here? The mathematics of the matrix is going to change. I have to, I fucking don't know how to say that enough, and I don't know how to think about all that shit. Sorry. Anyways, cool. I'm sure they're trying to go, yeah, it's called your dreams, guy. It's called, when think about it this way, and your pets. They'll make great pets. Your pets are your higher selves. That's your link to them. The things that you enslave. I think my dog and cat are my link to both my higher selves. And I'm going to get rid of them because I can't have them anymore. I'm done having them here. I'm done being here. And if I go anywhere else, do you think I'm going to be able to afford a nice place to have the plausibility of having a dog and cat again? No. I gotta get rid of these. They're going to be fine wherever they go. But it's sad. It's fucking pathetic that I can't even do that. No, I don't live in balance. I can't live in balance. I don't want to live. This isn't balance. This is slavery. And I'm like, hey, it's fucking slavery. And everyone's like, isn't slavery good today? I'm so glad I'm not a slave. I can choose to slave anywhere I want to slave, and how to slave however I want to get to my slave job based on my slaving and how good I am at slaving. And how good I am at fucking over other people. Yeah, rich people are really good at that. I wonder how they got rich. By fucking over other people. Well, and then they teach their kids the only way to get ahead in life is to fuck over other people. But everyone's all religious and Bible-y, right? Wow. It's the blind leading the blind. It's the definition of it. Okay? This is retarded. Yeah, maybe they're an animal person. I agree. I agree with you on this. Big time. Now, I think they're humanoid. Doesn't go without saying they could have, like, tiny little fur, or tiny little ears, or tiny little tails, or shit like that. I'm like, are you gonna go ape shit and, like, want to destroy an entire race of people because they look different? Huh. If you say yes to that, you don't deserve to evolve with us. I hope that all of the souls that make up your flesh go into making something better. Where you're going to be a little bit less evolved, I'd say. Maybe if you're an actual rock compared to a human. But, like, if you actually think that incorrectly, you don't deserve to have the title of Shepherd of the Earth in my mind. None of you do. And these Anglo slaves, definitely do not get to walk around in my new Earth with a fucking label of Shepherd of the Earth. Even though they are required evil for us to wake up via this Inception game. But I mean, I don't think that this is, like, I do not want to accept the fact that this is the only way we could evolve through this much slavery. There has to be a better way. Just maybe not for them because they won't have as much excess and you would not have as much lack, I guess. Yeah, batteries in a battery. Exactly. You have to understand the infinite, guy. That's the whole point. No, infinite. Fucking Christ, guy. I said it. Okay, if you have a 1 by 5, you add a +1 for the 1 by 5, but you have to add a +2 because you have to know if you're looking at it this way or this way. And then really, if you think even more evolved, which I'm not even there yet, it's a 5 by 1, not a 1 by 5. And you can look at it this way and this way. Or you can look at it this way and this way. And it's infinite. The whole concept of understanding the matrix and understanding the cellular mathematics is understanding of the infinite. It's understanding that there are infinite invisible bubbles that are sometimes not accounted for, but then there are realities where those infinite bubbles are always accounted for. So, to get a balance, some would have to take them away and some would have to add them to see each other's points of view. Okay? That's what this does. No one to date that I have found can better explain the infinite than I can. Fucking guaranteed, guy. Don't know who the higher is. I don't know what it means. Whoa. Whoa. Holy shit. Holy crap. Yeah. Free will exists, guy. You live in a world of duality, but you have to choose not to use duality. And the assholes of life are definitely using duality to their advantage. Why are we different then? Why do we care? I don't understand what that means. If you want to go around thinking your life doesn't matter and there's nothing you can possibly do about it, then that's sad. Because this is it. You can go off to like make-believe fantasy land of how you're going to get saved and everything's going to be magical. All you want. But reality is, this is it. This is it. And every time you make a mistake, you're going to have to do it properly 10 times to correct yourself so that it doesn't happen again. And imagine all the mistakes we did. There's an awful lot of cleanup to do, guy, in this reality. I think that right now I think that the cellular energy device is running so fast, I think it's really hard to get out of the bubble. And I think that if you were to die in the flesh, your bubble would pop and leave, but be sucked right back in so fast. So, like, even they make fun of this in Law and Order, I think, or some kind of fucking TV show from way back when. They literally had a serial killer guy. He was knowingly a serial killer. He liked serial killing, right? Eventually he gets caught and you get like Mexicali standoff or whatever. He's going they're not taking him alive, right? But anyways, he gets all mucked up or whatever. They bring him to the hospital and he's sitting there on his like dying, like he's gonna die. He wants to die. and he's in the emergency room. He just got in, and there's a mother also in the emergency room, and she's about to give birth, and he's looking at her, going like, reaching out to her, and then he dies, and then the baby's born. So like, it took literally like a second for him to reincarnate. Now I think that since so much time has gone on, we are now 2018, it is now. I think that's the way it goes right now. I think that there are many souls that have lived a lot of lifetimes. And then there are old souls, like me. I think those are the definition of young souls. If you've lived many lifetimes, you are not an old soul. By living many lifetimes means you're a young soul that has had a lot of weight on your shoulders. I think the old souls came here early on before the axles were spinning fast enough. Therefore, their bubble left the bubble, fell into the water, fell out of the icosahedron, drained into the dodecahedron, and had to be sublimated and come back. And I think that that whole process could have literally taken 2,000 years. Now I'm thinking that whole Jesus thing. I'm not Jesus, but I could be a wavelength. I'm riding the wave of the Jesus consciousness. It's called the Christ consciousness for a reason, because we can all attain it. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about way back when. They don't like what he's saying. No, maybe what I'm talking about. He's talking about what I'm talking about. Let's just assume this. They don't like what he's saying. I don't care about what your fucking story says. It's a story. So they kill him. You know, they want to put him on a cross because back then they were eating people. And the crucifix you wear around your neck like a good slave is just a reminder of cannibalism. So instead, he's like, guys, if I die, just don't eat me in the first 3 days. Okay? Because he knows that he's going to take however much time in that device it will take to reacquire all of his bubbles, parts, to reemerge back into the flesh, which he does. Because he's smart. He understands. The big guy GC realizes he lives in the thing. He wills himself to come back into the bubble, reanimated. Everyone's like, wow, oh my god, right? But is it really? I think all he did was walk away into the dust like fucking the guy, Kung Fu, David Carradine. So he lives his life and dies. But this time he's not gonna fight it. He's like, fuck it, I'm dying. I want to die. I want to get out of this place. Everyone's retarded. So big guy JC was born. He died and was born again and died. Now that he died and it was way back when, I think that all his bubble parts went, and he had to be reassembled and come back to the machine and find all his bubble parts and then enter the bubble of the earth. Let's just say that's me. Now I come back here and I'm the one who had a normal life. I was just as stupid as everyone else. I was slaving away as hard as I could, upset of why my life wasn't getting any better the harder I slaved. It didn't make any sense. You work harder and better than other people, you should be, financially rewarded. Because that's what I thought private industry was. But after 11 years of me slamming my head against the wall, okay, that's apparently not what you do. So you got to serve the servants, right? You guys are all servants for your dollar. Keep serving your servants. I'm going to jump out and do this because I think it's important. This is the only thing that matters in life now. Nothing else matters. Like that song. Like a lot of Metallica songs. Battery? Cannot kill the family? Battery? The 11th dimension. Anyways, so yeah, whatever that thing is. I think the whole soul age, I think we've all experienced many lifetimes, and it just doesn't mean here, Maybe those older souls were young souls once in someone else's reality of bubble, and evolution happened on their own way, and blah, 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 okay? No one's any more special than anyone else, okay? Everyone can fucking wake up to this. It's ride the wave. It's the frequency of truth. It is literally what I call God mode. People are operating in God mode, and it's awesome. It's literally it blows my mind. And the more people that do it, the more people will be writing the same acknowledgement of synchronicities in their lives in their own unique ways. Okay? No one has the same shit. Everyone sees it differently, which is awesome. It's just I feel more positive vibes from what I've done using math than anything else in terms of faith that I've been ever like heard of or read or taught about or whatever, preached at. Like nothing, none of that shit. No one has ever been able to explain to me something that's made me feel better than I do by understanding what I understand with the numbers. And numbers don't lie. It's there's a lot of ways of interpreting them, yes. But the synchronicities build up and it becomes irrefutable, guy. So, and old soul, young soul, doesn't matter. We're all in the same boat, you know? It's Fibonacci. You take everything you had first and bring it with you when you evolve. I don't want to think like some people aren't going to make it. I do think that before we get there, there's going to have to be some repenting, and a global consciousness needs to come on board with a very, interesting idea that kind of comes out of left field and stuff. But literally, I'm tired of the Bible shit. I'm tired of the Jesus stuff. I'm tired of all that. If they understand the truth, why they don't? If you understand how to slavery to get what you want, but then to make it better for everyone else would be to not have slavery, do you think these people are going to just go like, hey guys, sorry, like we were slaving you for like 2,000 plus years, like, golly golly gosh. Like, wake up, guy. You think they're gonna go like, oh sorry, we were like, controlling you and ruling over you for the last 2,000 years, Yeah, good thing. Now that you know that you live in a battery, we're just gonna stop slaving you now, I guess, because now that you know that you live in a battery, in an air bubble, contained with magnets on axles rotating with a wobble, and between those magnets that are rotating with a wobble and the black hole is like everything of life. Because you know that. We're gonna abolish slavery. Like in a perfect world, maybe, but in the retarded world we live in, I don't think that way works. Yeah, divine inception. I do believe this, because lots of shit. Yeah, fear of what? Pitchfork. Hey, what do they talk about? Rick and Morty, the purge. Man, if they just went and said like, so here's the truth. There's a lot of not smart people in the earth right now. No, like really not smart. Like I don't give a lot of credit to people, but like even like more than I give more credit than I should. But there are probably a lot of really angry dumb people, guy. Like imagine if your soul, if you lived in India, guy, and you're a baby born, and then you die later that day, but then you're born like the next second, but then like you die the next day, but then like you're born the next second, and then like you die. Like imagine some souls had to like experience that because of these people. How do you tell those people? Well, hopefully they're not dying anymore, but when they're alive and older, how do you like you come to the conclusion that that might have happened? Like you might have literally lived like fucking 5,000 lifetimes in 5,000 days. It's not a lot of time. 5,000 days, 5,000 lifetimes is kind of like, wow. What if I was? What if? What if that? What if I died every day of my life after, like, whatever? Imagine the punishment for trying to say the truth back in like 125 BC was to like die every single day of your life for like over 2,000 years times 365 days. Okay, these guys fear us. We are the many, they are the few. They have the knowledge, they have the power. Once the many have the knowledge, the many have the power, the few will not be able to stand in our way. You cannot stop the tide. Well, if you're the moon. But, right? So, like, it's fear. I just, I think that they have their own challenges. I like that. I think that they have to set up an immaculate inception of an idea. Now, that must not be easy. How the fuck do you tell people, without telling people, that they're derived from cats and dogs? That higher self shit. A shell game, like a Russian doll game. How do you incept the mathematics of creation? Like, it's not a easy task, I'd imagine. They have to be getting fucking tired about doing this. Yeah, again, back to virus, I think it's just candida, but yeah, shoot our nose. Yeah, no, I don't know what's up there, but there's, like, I don't know, man. I think the only purging that's gonna happen is from every fucking orifice of your body. But, cell. Yeah. Yeah, okay, cellular earth, cellular biology. Let's just get on board with that. Hmm. Ah, lovely. Oh, really? Really, eh? I don't think that exists anymore. Why do I attack? Hey, fuck, you try being me. Been doing this for 3 years. Fuck you. I fucking attack whoever the fuck I want to attack. Don't tell Kevin how to fucking feel. New guy. You're just a fucking stupid Kevin. And I'm like king fucking smart Kevin. Yeah, get some fucking thicker skin, guy. That's what I'm thinking. Guy, this shit gets personal. This is my fucking family. This is my life. This is my history that I'm seeing in the movies and the codes and the gematria. Whenever they're making fun of people on TV, like in the Big Bang Theory, that's Kevin. I'm the character in all the fucking stories. I feel like all the fucking music and everything, they're attacking me because I can see and hear where you can't. Once you wake up, all these fake fucking woken up people who don't have a fucking clue what being awake is. Once you fucking wake up, then you feel, it's personal. And I don't care who the fuck it is. I will say whatever the fuck I'm allowed to say. Because they're just fucking numbers, and you should get thicker skin if my fucking numbers hurt you. God damn it! Wow! I'm just sorry that happened a while ago and I fucking blew off, but that's the way it happens, guy. I'm fucking true. This is real. I'm. Mmm. Something big's gonna happen. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, guy. I don't know. I don't even know what to say anymore. This is getting, like, I really think that this is very personal for Kevin. Okay? And that's the hard part, is that no one anymore has faith. And, like, I thought that if I could mathematically prove something, like, it didn't matter how little faith you had. If you could see the numbers in the proof, then you'd understand what I'm saying. And you'd maybe have a little faith about fucking reality and how I talk about it. And, like, there's a cosmic love story happening. Not only cosmic, but there's, like, what I feel is like my love story happening at the same time. And I'm getting shit on by a bunch of retarded Kevins left, right, and center. Waking up to the realization that this is your maze is kind of fucking frightening, guy. And understanding that everyone thinks you're the devil and all the creations of man throughout all of time is a lot to take, guy. Again, if my family, I think I said it inaccurately last time, but my family is the 12th column. Okay? Now, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Notice the retarded 4 to 1, or 3 to 1, or 5 to 1. 9, 10, 11, 12. 12D is hard. It's hard to lift up that finger. That's what I'm doing. You're the shell after 12. You're a 13. I'm giving myself the finger because of you. I'm giving myself a 28 while I show you what a 13 is. 41. And I'm connected. 42, the answer to everything. Okay? I'm doing the work. That's not easy. Maybe when I'm done, my fucking ring finger will be like super fucking flexible because I will have evolved. It's just one shell outside of my shell. Trust me, you don't want to live in my brain. You don't want any of this. Spider wolf? What? What's going on, guy? I don't know. Taurus field. Energy center, it's coming right back. Yeah. We're starting to wake up about our higher selves, maybe. Solar minimum when the poles are shifting happens 11-year cycle. Huh, really? Huh. Everyone here is probably really close to Austin Lee Meredith's fucking battery. That's translates to us maybe being old souls, guy. I literally think that, like, we are the first in this reality, and we're scattered all over the globe. But in that reality, we'd be like the first. Like, come on, you gotta think of a third-dimensional volume expanding, and what would it has to get every soul, which is why cattle, bugs, beasts, because in a world full of the humanoid dogs and cats, the furthest thing from the battery will be in the air. Probably have leather straps or leather coats or something, so that would be your cattle. There's probably a lot of bugs in the propellers and shit and the exhausts and whatnot of the aircraft. And in a world of cats and dogs as the shepherds of the earth, yeah, the beasts would be there. The passengers. Okay? You gotta think of Genesis as different. The 318 Genesis guy. So, I'm just saying that it's just. Dude, I've loved the devil. Yeah, see, I want to see what happens if people actually start to repent. Like, okay? Like, come on, the Monty Python people and their Galaxy song is the numbers of the Matrix when looked at Armageddon, which is the top diamond, in a certain point of view. It just looks like a schematic for a magnet at the end of an axle. It's just a zoomed up portion of the device. And they're laughing at you. Like, I did that decode, but it's sad. It's sad to me. It is an illusion. Yep. Anyways, you know, like in Rick and Morty, they talk about the Citadel of Rick. Technically, if it's my bubble, you are all a Kevin, created by the subconsciousness of my twin flame. In my bubble, in my maze. Now, it could very well be that my subconsciousness is filling the bubble of my twin flame's maze. It's reciprocal for balance. Now, if all of you have a twin flame, the same thing's happening. You're the only guy in your universe. It's a universe, or a you and I versing. We're the only guys here. Everyone else and everything else is God. You're not God. No one's God. If you want to be God of this earth, you're thinking backwards. Because there's billions of them. Trust me. You're the only guy. And if you're going to be ruler of the universe or ruler of the earth, Lord Stephen Christ, you're going to be ruling yourself. And you're going to be alone. Backwards ass thinking motherfucker. Great cellular work, just. That's about it. Let's just put it that way. But it's basically a Citadel of Rick, okay? Now, it's not hard to imagine now that, let's say that we turn on this battery, what happens? This trinity of bubbles merging into one makes a fucking frog pad for lily pad or lifesaver or like place for you to fish from, you know? It's a place for you to make your own device to bring up your own fucking citadel of you. And the only way to do that will be with your two other higher selves and you in the flesh getting to make a battery all the time to resurrect like a galaxy where you're the devil. And 8 billion of us in Earth can do this example. Not half, actually, because everyone has a twin flame, so it'd be like 4 billion people. So, it's like, that's your citadel. Like, whatever comes up is like your citadel of the you. But every time someone else brings up their own citadel, you're always getting a +1 because you're going to have a version of yourself from that whatever galaxy. So the Earth now becomes a landing pad for the citadels of everyone, one at a time. So more and more of these bubbles, these cellular energy devices are actually built properly and turned on. The world will continuously change. And you will get more and more and more higher selves in the flesh in your own little citadel of you. That's kind of cool. Yep. It's the love story. Energy, the cellular energy is a love story. Everyone here is pretty cool. Guy, even you guy, new guy, don't take me wrong, okay? Like I'm literally like I am a passion of the Kevin. I'm a fiery son of a bitch. A lot of people, pretty much all the people all my life basically said that why are you always angry? It's like I'm passionate. There's the difference between anger and passion. But when you're being attacked spiritually by everything all the time, and you can see it now and mathematically prove it, it's like, I had enough. I had enough. But, dude, all good. All good. We're all gonna make mistakes, even I. Like, dude, every day I make mistakes. Like, I shouldn't even be getting upset, guy. Rock like a roll. Like, fuck, the Rolling Stones. Just the name of the band, the Rolling Stones. Or like a Rolling Stone and everything. It's just, we're all. Exactly. We all played the fool. Exactly. We have all been taken for a ride. We have all been retarded. Every one of us has been retarded, even myself, guy. I was frustrated because I'm like, why is everything retarded? Why does no one see that? That's like the stage like 0.01 of waking up is just knowing that something's right, something's wrong. But I think the definition of the devil is a person, or like the devil causes you to question your reality. Now, if I'm the decoder and he wants to be finished, and I've incepted the game I've been playing without knowing it, that all of us have been playing, because we've all been broadcasted the same incepting bullshit ideas in everything. You know? That's all. Like literally, we're all fools. We all know nothing. And to be a wise fool is to first understand that you don't know anything, just like fucking Socrates. Just like Yoda says. It's like he's too old to begin the training just means that you're too indoctrinated to let go of all of your beliefs all at once, to understand that you truly know nothing. You can say you know nothing, but to truly know and believe it is another thing. Just like to say you're woken up, like you don't understand the level of woken up I am. Like it's real time. It's everything. It's too much all the time. It's it's beautiful. It makes me laugh, it makes me cry, it makes me like want to just jump off a bridge sometimes, but I'm invincible and it wouldn't kill me, so why would I do that? So I always thought that anyway. But anyways, so like we're good. I don't know what they're gonna do, guy. I don't know how this is gonna work. A sports car launched into space today. I hate this person, guy. Elon. So yeah, because it's easier for you. No, I'm done doing it the dumbest way. Like this is fucking nuts, guy. Can't believe I fucking did this. I think I did this. I think that's very interesting. 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 I think that's very interesting because 175 is like a circled 75 or a 76. There's your 14, you know, faces and vertices. And your 196, your 522 popped up, your 8. That's like the highest dimension of love, you know? The highest number in, your dimension of love is 522. It's just kind of cool that it made it. Here's your trident and fuck. Anyways, I'm wanting to see if anyone's gonna do this. I don't know, but like literally, this is you guys now. That's 12D. Extended family. That just pains me. Pains me, guy. Anyways, I'm done. I talked for too long. Live feeds. No, don't hate Elon. He's important. Look at the numbers and his heart. He's never out of your code, like ever. Yeah, no, just because Elon Musk uses the numbers of creation doesn't mean he's important. Like, you understand, like, everyone uses the numbers of creation. Like Christopher Nolan and George Lucas and Steven Spielberg. Which asshole is more important than another asshole? Elon Musk talks about going to space. Like, he's like a independently wealthy asshole that says to the retards Kevins of life that we can travel to space with a rocket ship. When in reality, you're in a bubble in a battery under the water because you're Jesus and the devil all at the same time. Yeah, they all know everything, guy. They all talk in allegories. They all do. He's loud and people are listening, but they don't see the fucking numbers, guy. That's the thing. Like, I don't know if they're like the numbers he's pushing are the same numbers that are being pushed in everything. So what makes him, because he's in the news, he's relevant, I guess? It's new creation? But then people are still stuck in the Bible, and that's like the oldest creation. And they must have fucking figured out by now that if the Bible's so old, and people still haven't fucking understood it, then maybe we have to make more creation code so that they notice it. Which is true with respect to anything new. Just like Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is created to make you understand cellular energy and cellular nature of mathematics and the earth. Okay? That's why Game of Thrones exists. That's why George R.R. Martin gets all that money. That's why J.K. Rowling and the Lord of the Rings made all that money, because it's a really good example of creation code. And that's why they fucking just recycle and regurgitate ideas in Hollywood, because it's hard to come up with more and more new ideas that depict creation code. It's more easier to revamp and make like 10 Spider-Man movies that are all the first movie in his Genesis, because they need us to see that spiders and man, you know, cats and dogs and man. So there were two commercial, yeah, yeah. It's basically MK Ultra, but there were two commercials. There's a new on the Super. I watched the Super Bowl, guy. They had one commercial that was about a show starting April 4th, and they had like literally an eddy current of water, and it was all about like higher selves and shit. I don't know what the name of it is. And there was even a second thing I saw in the Super Bowl that reminded me that like just right in my face. I should have done it when I saw it, that I was pissed off that day or something, but like it was April. I don't know what. I don't know. I think it was April 4th. Like April 4th, new TV show, water. Let's look at images or something. Like if I see like it was a big giant eddy current, and it had the name of the show. Oh, this is not gonna work very good. Like kind of like that, but not. Hold on. Super Bowl uh commercial 2018 new TV shows. All. Yeah, I've never seen Castle Rock. What is this? fuck? Did Alexa lose her voice? Just show me the thing I want to see. I don't want to look at shit like this. Fuck you, Peyton Manning, and your brother too. Piece of shit. Yeah, look at that. I'm pretty sure that NFL uses creation code.
You spray. You trip.
Stop. What the fuck? Fuck off. Magic little pop-up fucking things that pop up to fucking show you fucking shit you don't want to fucking see. Squarespace? What the fuck is this? Really, Squarespace. How about the fucking show there from BBC there with the it's Square World. Fucking assholes. Yeah, like, you know, it's the same thing, guy. The Bud Knight. These are not TV shows. These fucking retards? Okay, these two pieces of garbage shit. GMM, 1 of 7 of 13? Really? Anyone? Tourism. Okay, here we go. HK, West, okay, it's not Westworld. Whatever. Whatever it is, maybe someone knows. Believe? Is that what it's called? Oh, really? Really? Henna, really? Wow. Anyway, Hennessy, cool. So, like, again, what did we do in this video? Okay, we started with an 8-bit cell, or an 8-dimensional cell, or a 9x9 matrix, depicted here. These are the remaining rows, totaling 17 rows, or your 116, you know? These are your 4 horsemen that don't get solved for in this matrix. Okay, it's your P. I use that to derive what I believe is the 12th dimensional, or 11th dimensional cell, which is a 12 by 12 matrix of numbers, which are an even number of rows and an even number of columns will create a heaven, which is a 4 by 4, or a 2 by 2, sorry, where I think I've derived pi again, you know, 3.14, a circled 11 is just a 1 by 2, making a 1, so it could be like 3.14159. So there's pi, and your 318 for your Phoenix number. I can't remember what it's called. Whatever, it's a prime number. We need to multiply 3 prime numbers by each other. 318 is apparently something like that or something. Fuck, whatever. So we made this. We filled it out. It didn't take long because I thought about it on the bus. And then I took the inverse because over here, if you have like a 69, 69, and the 710 is for your y, your sideways y, you have a y rotated 90 degrees clockwise. You're going to need a y the other way. So this y will be 90 degrees counterclockwise. And if you put a y in front of a y, you obviously make, you know, more than an x. You make like an x with an extra 1 by 2 here, an extra 1 by 2 here. Okay, but it's like you make a 40. Anyways, so what I decided to do is I decided to invert, you know, 2 different depictions of this one and this one, add them together to get this new matrix, and then sum all the columns, and the bottom is equal to the sum of each column, and the last one here is equal to the sum of each of the rows. And the numbers that have been colored here are based on the 24-dimensional or 25D cell found on Radiohead's King of Limbs album insert, super ultra rare edition, where these are literally like stamps. Like, I don't know if you can, like, they're like every one of these is like an embossed row. Maybe you can see the embossedness, but like I didn't take it apart because that would be dumb. And even all the things that I didn't color code, like the different types of black and white shit, you can see how there's three types, and the three types or four like there's a bunch of types, and the bunch of types that are shown can all be found from the Titans, your solids, liquids, and gases that are the 49 cells that surround the central heaven dot in this example of a 42. So this is what we went through, that's what we did. I think I've defined, this would be, let's say, I don't know, Sheelane Amber Graves' reality of fourth dimensional Earth. You know, sorry, a fourth dimensional Earth going to seventh dimensional Earth with like a split of a line of balance where you have obviously a 4 and a 1 and a 1 and a 4, like your hands. It's actually this one, sorry. So I think that this is my cell, so this is all about, I guess, my family somehow that probably either secretly like what I do or really not secretly loathe my existence as a whole. And I find that that one's probably more fitting. Because, I'm such a bad guy just trying to help the world not be retarded anymore. And I think I found a way to show my extended family, which is all y'all. So that's what this video is about. It's long. There's a lot of really neat synchronicities. I don't know. Or it's all completely bullshit and bogus. Like what does this sum to? 706. Oh my god. The only dark cells sum to, a circled 76. Wow. Okay, I can't look at this enough ways without... I know I'm right. Go listen to Nirvana. You know you're right. Oh, that's a big number. 176288. 288. That's a number, right? No. No. Anyway. That's fucking hilarious. I didn't look at the... This is 5,267. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, 2 out of 3 is 67% or a 76. 2 76s. And then you have a 75 with an infinite next to it. 578 is just, 75 with an infinite number of circles that repeat 76s or something. So that's fun. What about, like, okay, that would be retarded. Okay, like, every other number is going to be retardedly huge. So, like, I can't believe that that is 706, guy. Let's just leave it on that. Okay, you might think that this math is wrong, but since everything is derived from this, I'm gonna have to disagree on my wrongness and agree with my rightness. So anyway, I hope that went well. I don't know computer shit. Batteries, body, Aries, body, arise from body res. Body moving, body moving, we be body moving. Because we're traveling with the higher elves. Yeah. I'm a raging Taurus, bull, Orion hunter. Yeah, I just imagine being married to that. Wow, just maybe that's why I'm alone. I created my own hell. Huh. Ka is always interesting. It's 111. Really? Yep. Yeah, this. I remember this. You showed me this. Freaking from fucking Nanaimo. I went to Nanaimo. I partied in Nanaimo. I went fucking downhill biking in Nanaimo, BC. But yeah. Anyways, so enjoy your day, whatever day it is. You know, it's just another day that I'm not working, really. You know, this isn't work, right? So, serve. You know, choose to serve. You know, serve the servants. Okay, like serve the servants, Nirvana. You know, like. Exactly, serve the servants. But after all that,
if you want to be important, wonderful. If you want to be recognized, wonderful. If you want to be great, wonderful. But recognize that he who is greatest among you shall be your servant. That's a new definition of greatness. This morning, the thing that I like about it, by giving that definition of greatness, it means that everybody can be great. Because everybody can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject and your verb agree to serve. You don't have to know about Plato and Aristotle to serve. You don't have to know Einstein's theory of relativity to serve. You don't have to know the second theory of thermodynamics in physics to serve. You only need a heart full of grace. Soul generated by love. You can be that servant.